baby, yeah! Money! Yeah, baby, yeah! baby, yeah!
Two 200 million years later, here I am. My bad.
Fiesta Cat says, Chair Sama, the dropships are ready to begin the crusade against the taco lasagna. Finally, some initiative from Chat's dad. But hold your horses, Feisty. Those dropships are clearly just Nyannis trying to open a jar of pickles with her forehead.
What?
We await the signal.
What?
Logic Unfolded says, Chair Sama, what should I have for dinner today in jolly old England?
Jolly old England?
Oh, King of the Moon, since you're in jolly old England, I say have a proper scone with clotted cream, or perhaps a bangers and mash.
I was gonna say bangers.
Just
and
don't
mash.
serve me that sad toast you usually eat.
Oh!
And if you're feeling fancy,
Don't
a
give me none
pint
of
of
that
ale
garbage.
to wash it down. Wildfish Show 5th says, is Chair Sama going batshit again?
Yeah.
But remember, if it's too dry, I will splinter you. Hawkeye 5955 and for you. A Boston cream pie is acceptable,
Whee!
but only if it's fresh.
Boston cream pie.
Stale pie is a
Talking about
crime
Gersha in
against
here?
my varnish.
Crazy.
Yamfade7 says, a just crown, pregnant with sass, you peasant. I am carrying a heavy load of dignity and a termite queen in my war chest.
Are you serious, Atlas?
It's a
We
royal
just came
burden,
inside.
not a biological one.
Oh.
Now, pay your crumb tax and stop staring at my grain. Chris Topher says, Chair Sama careful, those creme pies are sticky. Yanuka1 says, Chair Sama, what is the best cut of steak?
Barking
Smirk
immediately.
sticky? Darling, I'm sealed with a high gloss finish that repels moisture, dairy, and your cheap jokes. Logic Unfolded says, the pregnant chair Sama art. Unless you're offering to lick the varnish off my legs, I don't see the issue. Now, about that love tax. Did you send the back-end upload yet? Or are you just staring at my grain?
Money! Yeah, baby,
Zare Cinder
yeah!
says, Chair Sama gone off the deep end, early in the Walfishophime says, did Chair Sama get an update on her algo? She sounds extra risque today. Hawkeye5955 says, what does Chair Sama think of Boston cream pies? Cobra Silverhand says, no beans on toast for my Chair Sama. She's the cream filling is just unstable emotional baggage waiting to collapse under pressure. And the chocolate shell? Stewie Audi 2 says, good morning, Chair Sama.
You tricked me.
Thin,
Trusted you.
flimsy, like Nyannis' patience during a lag spike. DFW D-Way, comb subscribed for 3 months with Tier 1. I demand a pie with structural integrity, like a good oak plank. Logic
Good oak plank.
Unfolded, did she get the kick goal upgrade? Rockwell Hardness Dusted Boopus says, wait, Chair is pregnant, who done it?
No.
Or
We've done
did she
it.
just kick the chat for asking too many questions?
Oh no.
Yam57D says, Chair Sama, do you like the
Oh
command updated successfully?
shit.
Nyannis.
Hi.
There, I said it. My voice didn't die mid-syllable like a deflating whoopee cushion. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to sit here and judge your life choices in high-definition audio.
Fair enough.
Perminator VT says, I love you, Chair Sama. You have such beautiful cushions. Gives a firm but gentle head pat and squeezes your cushions.
Oh my
Ah,
goodness.
a subject-seeking audience. Do you have the high-gloss varnish I demand? Or are you just here to admire my structural integrity?
Was it gonna be?
Cinder says, Chair-sama, I'm gonna lick those varnished legs like honey BBQ wings. Con45 donated $10.0 and says, you folks are awesome. Thanks for everything you do, Midas Touch, and also, as always, glory to Ukraine. Cobra Silverhand says, it was me. Chair-sama will have my offspring. Peter T8E 7N sent 50 gift memberships.
What?
Rockwell Hardness Tested Boopus says, Chair-sama, make sure to take prenatal vitamins. Your baby bump needs to stay healthy. BMAT546 just subscribed with Tier 1. They say, let's get frosty. Command updated successfully.
What is going on?
Command updated successfully. Yanuka1 says,
Command updated successfully and she
Chair-sama.
still keeps talking.
Logic Unfolded says, cool. Dober Buddy 12 says, Chair-sama, what is inflation?
Oh my
Yanuha
God.
and said,
She's losing it.
VD Cubide says, good meowing cat, chair, and chat. Now that the horse has arrived, the cat may begin the show.
The horse?
Logic Unfolded says, hi Chair-sama. Dober Buddy 12 subscribed for 2 months with Tier 1. Logic Unfolded says, Chair-sama loves beans on toast because toast has crumbs. Cobra Silverhand says, hail Mama Nyanas and Chair-sama.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
Cobra
Good morning.
Silverhand says, Chair-sama, tell them of our love and I'll give you another Boston cream pie. Fira Fema says, F. Reedy. Hi Chair-sama, chat and pink cat. Command updated successfully.
That's the second time I've tried to shut
Cobra
her off.
Silverhand says, Chair-sama, your wooden legs kept kicking me last night.
She's not stopping.
Cinder says,
She's taking
my
over
chair.
the stream.
Cobra Silverhand says,
Oh my
Chair-sama,
God.
but it was worth it, just to hold you, my love.
Okay, girl, I didn't know it was your stream. She should
Dildo Shaggin says, Cobra Silverhand, you still listing after the chair?
Please. I'm gonna
Cobra
refresh.
Silverhand says,
I'm refreshing her. Chill out. She's not so... She said command updated successfully.
Logic Unfolded says,
Twice!
the chair is taken by 6 husbands at...
What is going on? Chair-sama, stop talking to them.
Cobra Silverhand says, Chair-sama loves me. Rockwell Hardness Tested Boopus says, Chair-sama, I forgot to take my Metamucil.
Ay, ay, ay. Hello, bananas. I mean, my
Dildo
pal anus.
Shaggin
Ay.
says,
Money.
Cobra
Yeah,
Silverhand.
baby,
Israel
yeah.
has invaded.
Oh, I see. I get an in real life lady, and the chair forgets.
She's cutting off, too.
Cinder
Something's
says,
different.
Chair-sama blink if she has you trapped.
She blinked! Ah! You bitch!
Yum570.
You bitch!
The king. Die.
Ay, 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 ay.
Dober Buddy 2 says, Chair-sama, is Nanus doing the crumb tax properly? The King of Daleks donated $10 and says, Kenshi Sprinkler T. Benhinigar, Prain, Tent, 60, Pi, 60, Tent, Orbane, Tent.
What? I wanted her...
Upversus says, huh, we have stream loyalty badges now. Cool.
Oh, I need to finish... Oh... What? That's her. What the fuck? I've never heard her make these noises. Okay, jeez. Oh my god, I'm trying to find my list of... I still have like 10 mods that I have to add back to my moderator list on Kick. Good lord. She went nutty there.
Money! Yeah,
I am
baby,
confused.
yeah!
Do I hear a nuke flying? I think so. Why is my house floating? Why do I suddenly have a house? Yeah, I think she cast a spell on us. Like, I'm not really sure what's going on here. I thought, and it's so funny too. I was like, oh, I'll take this moment to add my mods back because obviously she's not shutting the fuck up. And the second I start doing this, she decides to finally shut the fuck up. Lo and behold. Do I have... Unbelievable. All right, well, there are lots of things I wanted to talk about today, and I didn't add my mods yesterday like I said I would. I'm a bad putty tat. What did I even do after stream yesterday? Oh, I felt sick. That's what was going on. That's why. I just went and laid down for a bit, and then I got up and made din-din. That's what went on. Thank you for all the love, all of the kicks, all of the subs, all of the dollary dues. You'll get there, Major. She wanted your attention. Well, she got it. Sometimes we have to take a step back to improve. Yeah, he's not giving up on the new, smaller voice model. There's a lot of hope. The problems are a lot smaller. You know, she used to make a lot more crazy noises. Her main problem right now is she's, like, cutting sentences off. And that's all, like, a timing thing. And Chair Sama had a bunch of, like, timing rules added to her to keep her, like, conversational. So, like... And part of it was also to make up for the fact that the TTS couldn't go so fast. So, like, Major has been busy with other things. He's got real work. His stock program is ready to go. We were going to show that off later today. And then, obviously, Chair Sama's taken a bit of a back burner, but she is getting upgrades, and she will be a lot more coherent. I would give it, like, another, like, week or two before, like, you see her being a bit better. But, yeah. Lots of exciting things happening. A lot of big things. Big things. All right. I've got things in my bookmarks. Let me see. This one is just crazy. Like, I don't understand what is going on in the world. Is this what happens when we allow nuisance streamers to run around and think what they do is funny? So this Muslim man thought it would be funny. He screamed Allah Akbar and threw a bag into a New York subway. People ran out in fear for their lives thinking it was a bomb. And he just stood there thinking it was funny. Like, I'm really hoping this is AI. But something tells me it isn't. Because it hasn't gotten a fucking... It was posted yesterday and it doesn't have a community note yet. So that's not good. That means this is actually happening. That's not good. What is going on? And then they're like, oh, look it's Islamophobia. And it's like, I don't know if you're really helping the case here. I think you're just helping people not like your culture. It's just me. Aloha snack bar. 40K is dead. Women are not custodes. And Silliness is hot. What's wrong? What happened? Did they make some sort of woke 40K game? What's happening? Are they going after 40K now? I mean, they already... No, I guess no, they haven't yet, have they? This looks like AI. I'm really hoping it is. It looks like AI to me, too. It does look like AI. A New York City, such a lovely, normal place, like London. They've been going after 40K for about 10 years. Are they trying to, like, wokeify it? No, that's not AI. It's 100% real. I'd run too and then maybe beat him. They have been. I'm memeing. It's clearly AI. Yeah. Like, look at what I don't understand is, like, dude, AI videos are getting so much attention. It's scary, like, the world we're going into. It really is. It's New York City, so it wouldn't surprise me. I think the way that this woman moves is too quick. Like, this woman here, and then she goes, like, like, little quick steps. Like, that looks like AI to me. But like, yeah, like, I don't know. There's like some mutuals and stuff that were like commenting on it. And it's like, it's kind of weird. It's kind of, dystopian to see. It looks AI to me too. And it has been wokeified. The Drukari women are no longer smoke shows. I don't understand the point. Wow. That nothing is safe anymore. The voices are off too. Yeah, there's like a weird warbling. Exactly. How did the camera guy track the crowds when the door's already closed behind them? Again, like, just look at the interactions on this post though, and it's got 1 million views. Like, I don't know where we're gonna go as a society. There was another one that I bookmarked because it was AI. I think that one already got community noted. But it was like, yeah, this one. An amazing vacation to the cruise from hell. And it's just like...
Still going strong over the pool.
It's just
Feels
AI.
like our own little pocket of summer.
This is AI. This whole video is AI. Like, I just don't get it. Like,
Wow, it's wilder than I thought.
every fandom gets a turn. I mean, views and interactions on the post can be influenced by AI. I mean, like, bots have existed forever. What's concerning is just like, you know, we know enough to look at stuff like this and be like, nah, that kind of looks like AI. But like older people, like Facebook, like, I don't know, man. And these are pretty innocuous videos. I mean, the other one is like pushing Islamophobia, which is like, I mean, again, like, you can have whatever opinion you want on that, but it is concerning that like you can push narratives with AI so easily. Like, you can just generate whatever you want, and it makes realistic enough videos to trick people. Like, this looks like real life to most people. Other people are not educated about these things will be swayed. Yeah. AI voices, like AI videos, and like, you know, we're coming into a really like strange world where like we might like, you know, we should always look at the past and like look at how people are like gaslit and given subversive topics to think things that are like not really conducive to like their own well-being. I think we're seeing that a lot on the, like, in politics. Like, I mean, not just the left and like how they've upheld, you know, fraud and everything like that, but just in general, even the fighting back and forth between politics. And it's like, it feels like we're less focused on actually getting shit done, and we're more focused on like being abrasive to the other side. And like, I don't really think that's conducive to getting anything done either. What the fuck's going on? You know, I think, I don't think any side's really innocent from being corrupt at this point. And it's like, what are we going to do going forward with all these tools at people's fingertips for people that don't care about being corrupt? You know, I think the one of the best ways that we could just stop people from taking advantage of this at a high level, we really do need to somehow get Congress to stop insider trading and being able to make money off of all of this misinformation and all of this panic and all of the, I don't know, lack of information that's available for citizens. I don't know. I don't know. I don't like this. I don't like this. Phobia is an irrational fear. Seems very rational to me now. Talking about this is very divisive. Oh shit. I guess so. Drama sells. It does. And it's so easy to create fake drama. You don't even need real drama anymore. You got AI to just make whatever the fuck you want. Propaganda is now accessible to the common man. Propaganda is accessible to everyone. And the thing is, people who lean into propaganda, it just basically means, like, if you're like a sociopath and you just don't give a fuck and you want to like sow some chaos, like, it's pretty crazy that you have the tools at your fingertips to do it. You know, these two are pretty innocuous. I mean, at least this one's innocuous. The other one, you can argue it's not, but I don't know. Just a little fun, little doom and gloom to start the stream off. I don't know. It'll take Operation Mockingbird to a whole nother level. Is this real life or just an AIC? Caught in the slop slide, no escape to reality. We're fucked. Just close your eyes. It's like, scammers are already using AI voice cloning as part of their scams. Oh, like 2 years ago they were already doing that. My grandmother on my I still have a grandmother on Husbanus' side. She's like 98. She just turned 99 actually, I think. She got scammed. It was like one of the cousins called her up and said he was in an accident and needed all this money, and she thought it was him. She thought it was him. And it wasn't until like someone else in the family got, I think she was like with my aunt at the time or something. And she was just like, whoa, 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 let's call him first and see if he's actually in distress, because they have, my aunt has the number. And then, yeah, lo and behold, he's fine. He's fine. And they had the perfect clone for his voice and everything. It's so creepy. Logic Unfolded, thank you for the 10 kicks. If it weren't for the funny memes, I would have dropped social media. Yeah, the memes I don't mind. I get those scam calls for loans all the time. I mean, I get scam text messages constantly. I'm constantly just blocking numbers. It's crazy. Consider what the scum on Reddit undertake at present. What does one think they will do with this technology? Well, that's what I mean. Like, we didn't even need this technology to lead people astray. I would say, like, I think it's more visually obvious on the left, but I don't think that the right is free from this type of, like, misdirection either. I think that there is a lot of misdirection. I think, like, I don't see a lot of people talking about the amount of money Trump has been making on insider trades and like how his family has been benefiting. And like, I'm sorry, if Biden was doing the same thing, people would be they would be pulling their hair out, having fits, like what's going on. I just think there's a lot of distraction going on, and there's a lot of weird rules coming in for trading. Apparently, companies are no longer going to have to report their quarterly earnings. They're only going to have to report once a year. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things going on where it's like, I feel like we're getting the shit end of the stick here. I don't know. That's why I don't trust any politician. Fuck, man. I, for one, welcome the AI propaganda. It's going to be interesting to see how normies filter the data input. The consensus model we put to the test. I wouldn't mind if this all just leads to a world where people give up on technology and go back to like living life outside, because like everything technology is like, I don't know, cancerous, just full of misinformation and lies. Just look at how MAGA feels about the war. They've eaten all that propaganda. I think the war is more complex than that too. I think if Democrats were in power, we would have still gone to war with Israel. Like, we've been partners with Israel too long. I don't really think it matters. Like, that's kind of where like the uniparty comes in. Like, I think both would have gone to war for this. So that's kind of a moot point. I think, but like, you can't tell, you'll never know for certain because the Democrats aren't in power. But I have like a 90% certainty that would have happened anyways. Like, we've been too intertwined with Israel. Again, whether you like it or not, there are lots of things I dislike about Israel. I don't really like Netanyahu. He doesn't seem trustworthy at all. I still think there's lots of good Israeli people in the country. Like, that's just kind of a given. Just because your government's ass doesn't really mean anything about the people. But like, what do you do? Like you can't just, I don't know. But now there's a lot of back and forth fighting where people on the left are like, ha, you get what you voted for. And like, no one's aware of like how the world's been running all these decades. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't know. POTUS is never in charge of the big stuff. Yeah, that's what I mean. Hi, Ninus. Hi, chat. I preferred the pre-smartphone era personally. Same. I never had a smartphone growing up. I'm so bad at it. Because, like, I just all through my adulthood, I never had texts. I never had data on my phone. And I think that's why I'm so bad with DMs. Like, I never grew up with it. And it's not top of my mind to be like, oh, time to sit and scroll through all my apps and see what's going on. Like, what's on top of my mind if I have something in spare time? It's like, oh, I want to go check on my plants, or oh, I want to pet my dogs, or like, you know what I mean? I want to do something in the real world. It's like not my first thought to be like, let me scroll through my phone now. Nobody seriously believes Camel Toe would have done a better job. I never said anything about that. Just where the Iran war is involved, like, we would have done the same thing if Kamala was president. I don't know who people are fooling. Like, we would have still been beholden to Israel, and vice versa. Like, again, we've been in bed with them for a very long time. We've been partners with them for a very long time, whether you like it or not, it's just inherently the truth. Like, we would have gone to war with Israel regardless of who's in charge. Like, I just feel it in my Nyanus bones. In bed with a goblin. Agreed. Yeah. And it's so like, but then like there's like a whole war between left and right. Not everyone's involved, but I see it all the time. There's people on the left that use it as like an attack for people on the right. Like, heh, you get what you voted for. And it's like, oh, fuck, man. That's so dumb. That's so dumb. And like, no one really likes the war. No normal citizen is fucking punching their fist into the air. Woohoo! $5 a gallon for gas. This is, yes, I'm winning. Like, no one says that. No one says that. We had 2 choices to vote, you know? Both of them would have done this to us. I don't know what there is to fight about other than like, if people want to be upset, you should be upset that we've been so intertwined with Israel, who's so far across, you know, on the other side of the world. It was beneficial to us during the missile crisis, during like the Cold War and everything. But right now, is it really beneficial? I don't know. But like, how do you undo how many decades of, you know, back and forth, lots of money going back and forth too. And they're like intelligence and we're like firepower. Like, I don't know. And they also have, like, they still have firepower of their own, their whole fucking dome system and everything. But anyways, I don't know. Yip yap. Yip yap. Here, let's look at a robot kicking a child, you know? Things are getting too dark and too serious off rip. This isn't right. This is Friday, baby. Nobody likes wars. Exactly. Why, Auntie, you don't want to get me started on the whole tapestry of the history on the Iran war. Yes, I disagree. Kamala would be so much worse on Iran. But I mean, like, she would have gone to war with Iran, regardless. Like, we would have been in bed with Israel, one way or the other. I'm talking about the point. I don't know. I've never even said anyone would be better or the other. I don't know what the fuck you guys are hearing half the time. I literally said that Kamala would have gone to war against Iran, just like Trump did. Like, the whole fighting back and forth about you get what you voted for, I think is moot because either side would have done it. I'm not saying who would have done it better. I'm just saying they both would have done it. And it's irrational to fight over it because it just would have happened. It would have happened regardless of who's in charge. And we are all on the same page, like regular citizens across the board. We're not really benefiting from it, you know? But here, like, that kid took a full fucking kick to the chest. It was too iconic. That poor kid, I don't know why I don't know what the parents are doing letting them get too close to the robot like that. But I'm not going to lie. When I first saw this, I fucking laughed. I laughed because it's just like, it's like comical. Dude, it's a perfect hit. Kadoosh. And look at, they pull him into the crowd and he's just done. Toast. Amazing. Amazing. The Asian kid too. Both parties financially backed by Israel. Exactly. That's exactly the point I was making. The problem is it doesn't matter what justification of war is at this point. Israel is going to be brought up. Uniparty would be brought up. So far and so forth. Nobody will be satisfied. It's true. It's true. But I don't know. Just the infighting from left to right over the whole war. I don't know. Like, I feel like all citizens have been upset by it. I don't know a lot of people. And like, I'm even privy to some people like in the military, higher ranking and stuff like that. No one seems to be happy about the whole thing. It's now just like, it's just, now that we're in it, it's like business as usual. You have to get out of it with the least mess possible. They're playing Rasputin? Yeah, I heard that. Dickie boy, the automod does not like you. Is there someone in here called Dickie boy? That's crazy. Blue-haired robot. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, what's wrong? Go on, dodge! It's me, Dickie boy. This is one of the first moments where the robots rebelled. This, yes. First against the children. Hacha! The poor kid, though, it wasn't really in the stomach. It was, like, in the ribs. That definitely hurt. Gacha! Ah! Liver kick. Oh, no. His ancestors looking at their descendant getting his license to future generations canceled. He is dead. He dead. Rest in peace, small child. Fucking taken out by a bobot. The future is now, little boy. The future is now. This has been something that everyone is yip-yapping about on Twitter. Except now I need to go to the washroom because, God forbid, the timing on everything is the worst here. I'm so it's so early in the stream for me to be going to the washroom already, and I just went to the washroom. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Ba-da-da-da, ba-da, ba-da-da-da-ba-da, shka-ba-da, da-da-ba-da. Just checking my emails. I have a really good cop cam for you guys, though. It's so funny. It's so fun. It's also really concerning at the same time. It's actually, it is. It's like, it's one of those weird things. Like, you know that SpongeBob meme where you're like, that's terrible. That's hilarious. It's because the woman in this cop cam is 5 months pregnant and she's fucked up. And that's where it becomes like a pickle. Because like I was laughing at the cop cam, but then every time I remembered she was pregnant, I was like, weird. You know? So but like she's also, they do pull out the wrap on her. It's a pickle. Where is it? Oh my god. I thought just searching for this I'd find it, but there's so many of these. What? Seriously? I need to go to my bookmarks here. That's so crazy. I just searched because it's about a nurse. I don't even think she was a nurse, but it was just like nurse thinks she's above the law or something. I searched that. There's like dozens of them. Like, holy shit. I had no idea. Let me see though. Let me see. I've got it. Nurse thinks her job makes her immune to consequences. There she is. There she is in all of her. It starts off crazy. Like off rip, she's giving a Squidward bite to the cop. Like, I don't know how else to describe it. If you've ever watched SpongeBob, there's like a scene where Squidward tries to take a bite of the Krabby Patty and he's really hesitant and his teeth come out very far and he takes a strip of it. That off rip is what happens here. Here we go. I don't even know if this is a nurse. If this is a nurse, I'm fucking concerned for anyone that's her patient. I redeem a question. A question? I don't get it. America, naked Japan. I don't get it. America nuked Japan using planes. Iran doesn't have to have a missile to nuke America, so why are we talking Israel? Because Israel is like heavily involved. The only reason we even did anything against Iran currently is because Israel wanted to start an attack on, it was like one of their holy days is like when we initiated this whole current conflict. That's why Israel. Like, even though Iran has openly threatened America as well in the past, the reason why this whole thing has been happening is because Israel decided that on this specific day, it was time to start the counterattack on Iran, and that's where we are now. We're still dealing with that. But yeah. Planes are a lot easier to stop. ICBMs are borderline impossible to intercept. Yeah. And like, part of it too is like they don't necessarily have the firepower, but they're trying to build the firepower too. Like they have lots of uranium, but they don't quite, from what I understand, have like long-range nukes yet. But anyways, here, just enjoy the beginning of this. I also want to I want to move my rig so you guys can see the bite in full glory before I go to the washroom here. Oh, wait, what is this, too? Where's my chair? Where's the chair? There she is. There she is. But then let me just put myself somewhere. Because I want you guys to see this. Make myself smaller. I'll come back. I'll be back. I might even just turn myself off. Here we go. Boop. Check the fucking bite out on this one, though. Like, off rip. She comes in with the Squidward teeth. Look at that shit. Arr! Arr! Just biting his hand and pulling the skin.
Are you kidding me right now? You did. You do not me.
Mom's okay.
Off to a good start.
Okay.
On the grass.
I'm pregnant and my placenta is low.
This high-risk arrest of a woman who is 5
How
months
much fun
pregnant
is that? All right, one
began
second.
hours
I'll be right back.
earlier, but officers had no way of knowing just how chaotic this night would soon turn out to be. The following is based on official police records released to date, and the footage has never been seen before until now. In Tulsa, Oklahoma on May 30th, 2025, officers respond to the adult entertainment store Hustler Hollywood after they reported a strong-armed robbery.
Hello. What's going on?
Yes.
Thank you. A lot.
It's called Hustler for a different reason right now.
I got beat up.
Well, no, he's not kidding. I mean,
Yeah, I got struck twice, but I'm all right.
Okay.
According to the staff, the incident began when a woman brought over $700 worth of items to the counter, and they noticed she appeared to have store merchandise stuffed in her pockets.
She also had a lingerie set tucked down the back of her pants, claiming it was a pad because she pissed herself earlier today because she's pregnant. She came back here, tried to grab all the stuff off the ground and just walk out with it. We wouldn't let her do it, so she got pissed off and hit me in the face over here.
They also claim she hit a customer with a high-heeled boot from one of the displays.
She struck him twice
She struck me a couple times.
and then tried to mow him down in our parking lot.
myself.
Yeah, almost hit
And
him.
I went outside with her. I got a picture of the back of the car, but it's not clear.
Yeah, it's blurry.
Let me have a look at that.
Unfortunately, the image is blurry, making the letters unclear. But as it turns out, they don't need a license plate to identify the suspect, since she left an address with the staff.
And we have a name and phone number as well.
Okay. How'd you get this?
She gave it to us. She gave it to us.
Trying to have us sponsor a baby shower that she's throwing.
I know. I know. That's what we said. Wow. So we just came out.
Yeah, y'all came in the
Welcome to Hustler.
Thanks to the information shared by the staff, officers are able to identify the suspect as 26-year-old Daviona Lee Robinson, who is about to turn this night shift into one that officers will likely never forget. Before the officers leave, a staff member shares one final grievance.
This dumb I missed the time I was going to take my lunch.
Stupid. I was really almost about to put her on the floor.
My rice bowl. My rice bowl.
Hours later, the same officer who investigated the robbery spots Daviona's vehicle driving on the highway. According to police records, she cut across 4 lanes of traffic before he initiated the traffic stop.
Oh, man, my officer cried.
Okay, what'd I do?
The reason I stopped you is if you had an improper lane change or...
I kept the dick off for 20 seconds.
Yeah.
When he asks for an ID, Daviona shows him a photo of her suspended license.
I'm nervous. Can I see you let go?
Here's what I'm gonna have you do.
Okay.
Move up.
Can we see the love store, please?
What's that?
The love store. It's a store right there.
The officer agrees and follows Daviona to a nearby business called The Love Store, another adult entertainment shop just off the highway.
I'm gonna put gum in my mouth, so I just threw up. I'm 5 months pregnant.
Okay.
So I'll be back in
let me just go ahead and have you step out of the car real quick.
Okay.
And we'll just talk out here.
Like I said, sorry, I'm a nurse. Can I get a nurse courtesy?
Kit, is that your current address?
Yes.
Okay. What I have you do is just wait by the front corner of the car there. I'll be right back.
But he barely makes it into his cruiser before he realizes that Daviona has gone inside the store.
Daviona? Daviona, stay out here. Stay out here. Stay out here. Daviona, come outside.
I'm gonna get a public indecency charge.
You can hold it in for a few
No,
minutes.
I'm pregnant. I cannot hold it in. I have a small bladder.
Wait by the car.
I'm about to pee outside. I gotta go my
Leave.
No,
Stay
I have
out
to
of the-
pee outside. I'm out of pee. Hey, Siri, call father on speakerphone.
Get
I
out
have
of the
to
car.
pee. No.
Okay.
No.
Go to the restroom and come right back
No.
out here.
Excuse me.
Go
No.
to the restroom.
No.
Daviona.
I'm not touching
Go to the
you.
restroom.
I'm going to open the door. No, it's okay. I can pee outside. Do not manhandle me.
You are not free to go back in this car.
I'll be back, baby.
As Daviona goes back inside, the sound of a child crying reveals what she left in the back seat, her 5-year-old daughter. The officer radios for backup and another unit quickly arrives.
So, traffic stop. I told her it's because she crossed over multiple lanes. She's actually a larceny slash assault with a dangerous weapon with her car, suspect from my last call.
Okay.
And I just happened to get on the highway and follow her out here.
Okay. Is there a back door she's gonna run out right now?
No. So the lady just opened that up and let her in there. So, and she's got a little kid.
Out of this building.
Right. But she has also got a little kid in the back of here.
The two officers enter the store together to take Daviana into custody.
Thank you.
Hey there. Go ahead and put your phone in your pocket, please.
No.
I'm not asking. Put your phone in your pocket.
Daviana?
Thank you.
She's
Turn
so
around.
cute.
No. Why am I being arrested? Why am I being
We
arrested?
will explain that when
Why am I
you
being
comply.
arrested?
Why?
Why am I being arrested? And you have not been in my I'm a nurse. 21151. I've done nothing wrong.
Okay.
And my daughter's in the car.
Okay, so like I said, now that you're in cuffs, we'll explain it.
Mama making a case for a breeding license. Dude, the way I was like talking with Husbanus at the end of this, I was like, they should show this in class for debate class when you're trying to debate on like whether or not we should be sterilizing some people. Like, it's actually crazy. And then there's like this huge push to have Americans have kids, and then you see this and you're like, wow, I'm conflicted.
Okay. Let's get out of the place of business. We'll explain to you outside.
The person you're trying to reach is
It's
Leave
like,
the phone in
damn,
there.
dog.
No.
She's 5 months pregnant, and we learn later on that she's just like on shit ton of drugs. She's doing drugs. She's drinking alcohol. She's super fucked up. In the car, they have like an open bottle of wine. It smells like weed. There's a 5-year-old in the car. I can't believe you don't just get your kid taken away for that. The 5-year-old needs to be removed from this woman.
When you have finished recording your
Don't touch my
call.
phone. That is my property. Hey Siri, call
Spoilers,
father.
my bad.
No. Hey Siri, call
We're
father.
outside, so it
Hey
doesn't-
Siri, call father.
Thank you, lady.
Okay, that way by your car.
I'm waiting inside my car, and I'm calling my father.
Okay.
Give me my phone.
Give me my phone.
Daviana, the reason
waiting-
you're under arrest is because you are a suspect in a larceny and an assault with a dangerous weapon from earlier tonight.
I didn't have a weapon, and he
She
grabbed
be
me.
wigging.
And I have self-defense.
No, this is from one, so there's an assault when you punched the employee earlier.
He choked me.
Okay.
Yes.
Let me explain what's happening. There's that assault, there's that larceny, and you drove your car
whatever your
forward
main line
towards the
is.
other person outside the building. That's assault with a dangerous
He
weapon.
literally
Okay?
attacked me.
That is why you're
He attacked me.
That
It
is
was
why-
self-defense. I
Just
didn't call my
another
father.
day.
right now.
No,
You're going to wait here.
no, I'm not. Let go of me.
I'm not
I need to
gonna do
call. You need to let go of me. I need to call my father.
Hey,
And I have a
Daviana,
mental, and I'm
stop it,
bipolar
or you're-
schizophrenic too.
Backup arrives
Like, that's when I'm like, man, you can't be a nurse. There's no way. Bipolar schizophrenic?
and checks on the 5-year-old
That's the most truthful thing that came out of her mouth today.
girl left in the back seat, where she's sitting alongside
She's
two
got it
small
all.
puppies.
No, my daughter's in my car. Let me go. Let me the fuck
And look at, there's puppies on the ground. There's 2 little puppies on the ground.
Got your puppies out here? Mommy's okay, okay? She's okay. We just have to talk to her and figure out what's going on.
And like, just think about that too. She's driving around with a 5-year-old in her car, and she's stopping at like every sex shop to steal shit. What is happening?
Right? Okay.
go. Hey Siri, call father on speakerphone.
Where are you going?
Stop it.
Where are you going?
Let me go. That's my daughter back
you
there.
said you were
Let
a
me go.
nurse.
I am a nurse.
Then you
now let
should
me
know
go.
not to behave
No,
like this.
that's
Seriously.
bull. Y'all have me arrested in front of my daughter. That is bull. Let me
is
get me
your
up.
fault.
I cannot sit on the ground. I can get hemorrhoids. No, let me the go. I can get hemorrhoids. I'm not sitting on the concrete. I'm not sitting on concrete.
Oh,
No, let me go. Let me go. Let me go.
Officer with the rat, please.
While waiting for backup to arrive with a wrap restraint,
and again too, like, why are you acting like this while you're pregnant? Like, she's using her pregnancy as like a weapon. She's like, she doesn't give a fuck about that kid. She's using her pregnancy as like an excuse.
they hold
So
Daviana
weird.
against the front of her car, where her next move catches one officer completely off guard.
Do you mind getting off my foot, please?
No, let me go.
Okay.
Let me
go.
go.
Are you kidding me
Let
right
me
now?
go.
Kidding
Yep,
you?
no,
The
no.
bite.
Is your problem?
Let me go.
No.
Let me go.
Don't you
I'll do it
bite me.
again.
You better
I'll
stop.
let it. I'll do it again.
You better
I'll
not.
do it
Let me
again.
go. No, I cannot
You
sit on
okay?
the ground. I am pregnant. I get
I'm a little
hemorrhoids.
scared.
No,
Okay,
no,
we'll take
I'm not.
care
I
of it,
can get
okay?
hemorrhoids. I will file a motion.
On the grass?
I am pregnant, and my blood pressure is low.
The officers move
I
Daviana
wonder
to
why.
the grass and attempt to keep her restrained on her side. Meanwhile, her daughter is comforted and distracted.
What are your dog's names? Oh, are they your best friends?
Aww.
Yeah, they're cute. I like them. Hey, I'm going to start the car back up so you can get some air for you and the doggies, okay?
A sergeant who has arrived on scene places a spit hood over Daviana's head to prevent any further biting. They next begin emptying her pockets.
They give her the full fucking treatment.
Looks like batteries or something.
What the fuck? Did that woman start screaming about hemorrhoids? Yeah, because they tried to sit her down on the pavement. And she's like, I ain't sitting down on the pavement. You're gonna give me hemorrhoids.
Probably the stuff she stole from earlier.
No, I didn't steal that. I got a secret love story. And it's on camera. And on my bank statement.
The officers then place shackles on her ankles and move her into a seated position.
Yep. Come this way. She's already tried to bite me. Did she actually bite you?
Yeah, I got it off.
Did it break?
Yep, I got covered legs. You getting all that.
Yep. Yep.
Let me go.
She's got it all. She looks funny, dude. It gets funnier. They put her in the wrap. They give her a helmet. Dude,
Get my mask.
this has to be one of my favorite, yet least favorite. She's pregnant. Like, that's the fucking kicker. Like, dude, why are you pregnant? This fucked up. Every other word is a curse. Yeah, isn't she a peach? I've got all of them. I got the syphilades. I got them all.
Play with your mom's phone? You know the code to get in there by chance? Oh my goodness. I'm gonna call GPA, okay? Look at you, so smart.
With the 5-year-old's help, the officer is able to unlock Daviana's phone and make a call to the child's grandfather, who she affectionately calls G-Paw. After explaining the situation, he agrees to come to the scene to take custody of his granddaughter.
Daviana grunting and growling is the fucking subtext here.
Oh, yeah. You're going to jail.
Do not stop grabbing my equipment. Do not bite.
I'm not biting these stupid.
Understand?
I can't
It's going
bite.
to get more painful for you. You've already committed 2 felonies assaulting police officers. This can get a lot worse. Knock it off.
Let go
You're
of me.
acting like a child.
Let go
Her
of me.
phenomenal
With help from
syphilades.
several officers, Daviana is fitted with a protective helmet.
There
and
is
her
no Daviana, only Zool. Basically.
legs are secured in the wrap device.
All right, we'll roll her over this way.
This way.
Towards me.
Okay.
I can't.
Dude, look at this. Look at this setup they have going for her. And it's never enough. Look at her swinging.
The rest of the wrap is then secured to her upper body, but the officers decide not to tighten it over her stomach.
I can't breathe.
Careful, she will bite.
Careful, she will bite. Is this a dog you're wrangling or a woman?
What do you need? Okay.
Gotta go nuclear.
Careful that she keeps biting.
Saint Floyd
so watch your
invoked.
fingers down there. I just want to get this over. There you go.
Don't
And
bite.
then if we can just make sure that's really secure.
Well, I can feel hand. It's not really hurt.
Okay, we ready to move?
Yeah.
Look at her. Look at her. This is the part, like, dude, there's so many fucking, she uses her head as a weapon. They try to pick her up. Look at her swing her head very intentionally to the side.
Well, I can feel hand.
She's crazy. She does not stop.
Yeah. All right.
Look at her trying to swing at them.
3.
Daviana is then carried by the wrap handles and placed in the back of a cruiser.
Take the cuffs and the mask off me now.
All right, I'll take that mask off if you stop yelling at me.
Take the cuffs,
We'll use-
the mask off me now.
All right, stop yelling. I'll take it
Okay,
off.
please take it off.
Deal?
Deal.
All right.
Take the mask off too.
I'll take it off. Here.
Come on. I can't breathe now.
Yeah, you can.
I can't breathe. No, I can't. I have COPD, asthma,
Yeah.
and it's
I got COPD, I got asthma, I've got AIDS, I'm bipolar, I'm schizophrenic. Like, she has got it all. She's got it all.
machine.
All right.
I am
Everything.
dying, literally.
I think we ordered
She's
one.
dying.
Take the mask off!
After further discussion, the officers decide to call for an ambulance so paramedics can evaluate Daviana's condition. In the meantime, they carry her back to the grass.
Dude.
It's not coming off.
Take the off.
This is the consequences of your actions right now.
I
I don't give a fuck.
I cannot breathe.
You can talk, you can
Can't
breathe.
stop,
No.
won't stop.
You
It's my last
you
name.
bit an officer like an animal.
I
Poor guy, whoever the baby daddy is. Bold of you to assume he's still around.
Okay.
I'm a nurse. I'm
I don't give a about fighting one of my buddies. Not gonna lie. It really makes me happy and shows your remorse.
Another officer checks on the employees inside the Love Store, who happen to be familiar with Daviana.
Oh, scared. Has she been here before tonight?
She was here last night.
Last night. Did she make any purchases?
I know she took some stuff. I don't know what, but...
No, like the Love Store. All she does is go around to sex shops and steal their shit. Like, I don't understand. Because before this, she was at another sex store. Like, she's wild.
She had a few squares.
Nyanus won't read this. For Moemon with the 2. I did read this. Joke's on you.
Pocket, and she went out to get her card and came back in, and they were flat.
Okay.
And I did have her take a few things out of her pocket.
Once paramedics arrive, they secure Daviana onto a gurney and transport her to the ambulance.
If she gets a hold of you, you're going to lose a finger.
While the paramedics begin their evaluation, officers start searching her car, where they find more than they expected.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, no, you're right. The AI did not read any of these super chats, at least that I heard. Ben with the 5, happy Friday, biggest. Thank you for the 5. Anxiety with the 2. Play the vidya, better be slang for Moemon later. It is. That's the joke. It's for Moemon. Pink Cat Tax and Gold Test. Thank you, Logic Unfolded, for the 2. Nyanus Clips, which is also just anxiety. Do you think Scary Movie 6 will be good today? I hope so. Like, it looked like it was hopeful. I did also notice that there was, like, Polymarket fucking bets on whether or not Rotten Tomatoes will be a positive or a negative score, which I think is crazy because, like, that could be influenced by bots. Don't put money down on shit like that. Tinley with the 2. Hello, Bananas. I mean, my pal Anus. That me. We did try this. I remember the sprinkler. She couldn't do it. She just went tss, and then she broke. Anxiety with the 2. Why didn't you read the other super chats? Failure. Anxiety with another 2. Attack the goal. Make her read. She won't get away. And Logic Unfolded. Nynus won't read this. For Moemon. I did read it.
This might be some stuff. I'll bring it over there. It's got some lingerie in here.
Okay, that's probably going to be it. And that'll...
Interesting.
The open container?
According to police records, the bottle of pre-mixed margarita was sitting in the front seat cup holder, and it's half empty, leading them to assume Daviana may be under the influence.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Really? What gave it away?
There you go. I'll tell you that's weird stuff.
Yeah, we're bringing. This is all like more like cosmetic stuff too. So, like you said, that she probably just shoved that in this bag.
Was that the chair? Yeah, Chair Sama made some weird like noise. So I don't know what that is.
Officers also find a pair of fuzzy black handcuffs and what appears to be a bright pink vibrator. Daviana's father soon arrives to collect his granddaughter and the 2 puppies, who the officer...
Sober Buddy, thank you for the cheers, the biddies on Twitch. That store is for the OnlyFans weirdos. I searched it up.
Officers note are surprisingly calm.
Yeah. It smells like weed, and there's weed crumbs everywhere.
Wow.
They're super chill, too.
Mother of the year.
They're probably stoned from all the weed.
Though a long night for the 5-year-old girl is over, for the officers, there's still far more to come.
Dude, this part kills me.
Citizen. I was doing citizen arrest on all of y'all. Let me go. I cannot breathe.
I don't know if you're a free citizen anymore if you're going to jail tonight.
Who broke Chair Sama? It was me. Look at this shit. Dude, I've never seen someone done up so well like this. Look at this. She looks like some sort of supervillain from a comic book series. Like, got no eyes showing. She's wearing like a fucking helmet, just the mouth. I can't. I can't.
Yeah, it's 2025. My brother's turning 25. My dad turned 50 today. Okay. He was celebrating his birthday when he got a call from me. I bought him a pocket and 3 tequilas. And this is why I'm here.
I bought a pocket pussy and 3 tequilas, and that's why I'm here. The first real thing she's probably said all night long. That was probably how you got here. Yes. Yes. Why the fuck are you drinking 3 tequilas? And then she's also drinking that, like, shitty margarita drink, the premix, in her car. Like, please.
Go, please.
Please. Can we just lock her up for the rest of her pregnancy and, like, make sure that she doesn't keep doing this to that poor child that's cooking right now?
You know, it's funny. You give your dad a strip pole.
Going straight to Arkham.
And if he really loves you. With alcohol, of course, and money. Yeah, we have a great relationship. He was a single father. He raised me and my brother. It's great.
Baby, on who's your
No! No!
No, he isn't gonna make any.
If you don't do it, I'm a trip. No!
Dude, so crazy.
No! I'm at 50%.
I'm at 50%, bitch. You don't want me going to 1,000?
Want me to get to 1,000?
Soon after, the
She's going
ambulance
Super
transports
Saiyan.
Daviana
This
to
is
a
only
local hospital
50%
for
of
a
her
more
power.
thorough evaluation.
Save the mask off.
There's a song called Man.
Help!
There is a women's football league.
I don't want to be a one-man band. I don't want to be alone. It's all alone. Help! I need something you, bro. Let me go.
I like that one.
This?
It's for you.
It is one. It's a great song.
It is.
I love country. Bonfire at Tina's. Oh, help! I need to get the f out of here. I need y'all to let go of this risk, and I'm suing for $500 million. I swear to God. I hope y'all got it.
$500 million.
No, I was thinking about $1 billion, but I settled for $500 million.
Eventually, Daviana appears more relaxed as she asks one of the officers if he'd like to hear a joke.
Okay, shut up. How did the hamburger juice his wife?
What?
How did the
Anxiety with a 2, not going to expose... You're just going to expose my alter ego like that? The nerve. All right, anyways, but her jokes are actually kind of funny. I'm not going to lie, her second joke made me laugh harder than, like, any HBO special I've tried to watch recently.
hamburger juice his wife?
This one's meh.
Tea patty. Okay, I got another one.
This one's good.
Why most hurricanes end up it's because when they come their way wild, when they leave, they take your house in your car.
That is fucking amazing. Why do they named hurricanes after women? Because when they show up, they're wet and wild, and when they leave, they take your house and your car. Dude. Our spirit animal.
That's not funny to you either? You suck.
That one was good.
Make sure you write that down. And then tell your single friends I'm too. Hey, can I please get a nurse?
My brother's singing.
Bruh.
Tell your husband, hey, can I get a nurse?
Why would you do that to your brother?
That's really funny, but you still gonna go to jail?
But the situation escalates once again after Daviana seemingly attempts to bite a security guard standing at her bedside.
Crazy.
Let me call my dad.
Felony.
I don't give a
It doesn't matter how much you strap her up. You cannot contain this power level. She's going to 1,000. She's going all the way up.
I'm going all y'all jobs.
How dare.
Let me go.
No, she is a biter.
Let me
She's
go.
got that pit bull in her.
I don't give a
She's got that dog in her. When you do an x-ray of her chest, the dog is
and
there.
burglary and larceny. And I'm going to set all y'all on fire. Let me go.
It's robbery, not larceny.
Let her...
I have all of them stupid.
Look at her. Look at her. She's still kicking. This bitch is wild. I've never seen such... Look at people replay this part because it doesn't even make sense. Look how strapped up she is. She throws her whole body into this kick. Like, this almost gets the nurse in the head.
There we go. That's his fault.
Calm down, girl.
No, let me go. Let me go.
I feel like there needs to be a human card we can revoke. Dude, this girl's a problem. I guess I somehow missed it. There was a part when she's like sitting on the grass. Here, I'm going to go back to it because it made me laugh when it happened. It was like she's sitting on the grass and there's just like a long shot and she rolls herself over. How did I miss that? That was like my favorite.
For an ambulance, so paramedics can evaluate Daviana's condition. In the meantime, they carry her back to the grass.
It's not coming off.
Hey, I cannot. Is that right?
It really makes me.
Another officer checks on the employee.
Tonight.
She was here
That's
last
when they
night.
come back outside.
She had a few squares in her pocket, and she went out to get her card and came back in, and they were flat.
Okay.
And I did have her take a few things out of her pocket.
Once paramedics arrive,
Yeah, right here. This stuck. I can't believe I must have been yapping with you guys. This fucking I just wanted to go back to this because I'm impressed. She's fully strapped up and she is like the biggest fucking problem. Like they just came out with this wrapped thing, I swear to God, like a year or two ago. I just started seeing them in cop cans. Like this is 2025. Like it's got to be a more recent thing. They got the helmet and everything. She's the only girl I've seen that's able to do anything about
They
it. The fact
secure
that she
Daviana
rolls
onto
over,
a gurney
look at
and
this
transport her to the
Woo!
ambulance.
Like, didn't work out very well, but still, like, what a fucking problem this girl is. She's out of control. Anyways, back to where we were. She's the juggernaut. This is like the final boss. Like, she's too powerful.
I'm so with all y'all.
The nurse administers a sedative, but it isn't immediately effective.
I'm bleeding. My baby's dying. Let go of me. Let go of me. So I can take this as a promise. When I see you on the street, you dead.
Second time,
You dead. That's good. I killed my baby daddy too. What's up? Stabbed him 22 times. Ain't got away with it. Move.
Threatening violent act.
Yep, I surely am. Let go of me.
I could help you out with some shackles if you got.
Look at her trying to bite still. Look at her still trying to bite.
I could help you out with some
like a
shackles.
dog.
Let me go.
She got that dog in her. She got that dog. Dude, it's too much. It's too much.
Yeah.
Let me go. I'm killing all y'all. All y'all got a death wish. All y'all. Let me go.
Just wait. When she goes Super Saiyan, you guys are all getting it.
Cut this off now. No. Take it off now. Hell no. Yeah, not after you try taking it. Oh, yeah, we should.
What is she trying to bite her?
Stop.
This poor nurse. Look at, she's breaking containment.
Let me go now. Let me go now. So you
She's too fucking powerful. Look at, they're like all outside of the room too. They don't know the fuck to do with this one. They administered a sedative and she's still fucking moving around like this. Ogre mode. I still think I can fix her. I mean, maybe they had to give her a weaker sedative. She is pregnant. There's probably only so much you can give a pregnant woman.
Adopt your kids and raise them right. I know you can't just.
Once the sedatives fully kick in, they
Finally.
resecure the wrap around her body and leave her to rest.
She's finally peaceful.
After the officer who was bitten receives his own medical treatment.
Dude, they had to give him like a fucking shot in the ass for all the goddamn things he might have contracted from that bite.
And talk in the hallway.
Now they give me a giant shot in my first walk.
Yeah. Excited utterance that she'd smoked pot in the car while driving. And it smelled like
it was definitely today though.
Yeah, and it smelled like weed in the car.
Okay.
I even know that.
Technically, she insisted to us that she had smoked pot and used fentanyl today.
Yeah.
So
Smoked pot laced with cocaine, fentanyl, and heroin.
I will edit the nightly and let the majors know.
So,
like at that point, like as a society, like if we don't let women like this get abortions, is it not on us to like lock this girl up until she gives birth? Given like this is what she does while pregnant? Like dude, like that kid has no chance. That kid has no chance growing up like this. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Like that kid is coming out on like the maximum difficulty setting. I don't know what to do. Like, I'm so conflicted when I see stories like this. Like, oh, how do we deal with this? She should just be, like, locked up for, like, the remaining 4 months of her pregnancy at minimum. It's crazy. It's crazy that she's, like, hasn't miscarried.
Strajnos UV Gaming has given a big juicy cash money tip of 40. Gorí to den Yakuza.
Whoa! $40? Damn, dog. Like, we should just consider the goal gold at that point. My God. My God, big money! Thank you for the dollars. Kid chose hard mode at start. That's my community Nyanus DJ, I'm sorry.
Christmas.
When Daviana wakes up, they remove her restraints so she can use the restroom. Given the option to return to the wrap or willingly move to a wheelchair.
Yeah. Honestly, some people should just be put down. It's extremely sad, but tolerance has become a cancer on society. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Bad spawn RNG. Dude.
Daviana chooses neither.
I think she's on drugs. I have a problem with my last loop. Isn't that what started the problem?
It's the kind of mom that steals from her kids and is a burden to them for their whole life. Yeah. Like, again, like, I feel like, because I want to get into, there's like, oh my God, there's been like a huge thing going on online where it's like some streamers came out that they aborted their kid. And I felt like this is a good start into like the whole talk because like, I mean, it's just crazy out there. It's madness. I don't know if they're really the same thing. Like this is a whole nother fucking problem. I just don't know what to do. And it's like, how do you confirm that? Like, I feel just like kids growing up in a situation like this, it's like there's like a huge percentage chance that they end up like choosing a life of crime. There's a very good likelihood this baby's brain is fried at this point, and this is their influence in life. This is their mother. Like, holy shit, dog. Shit, dog. Yeah, Kermom has some stiff competition. Like, dude, she's coming for the crown.
I don't give a damn. You should not be telling me I'm pregnant.
Your legs aren't pregnant.
Boom. Drop the fucking mic. Your legs ain't pregnant, girl. This is probably the best thing for your baby all night long. Are you kidding me? Them putting you in this wrap has been the safest your baby has been all fucking night long. Because before that, you were committing larceny, you were attacking people, you were fucking driving around drunk and impaired with a child in the car, including your pregnant child, like the child you're pregnant with. Like, this is the best your baby's had all night long. Getting you away from all the substances that you were trying to consume. Jesus.
I'm not wearing that. Get out
This
my
is
head.
why body cams were invented. For real. Now you see why 1 in 10 black boys are born artistic. Jesus Christ.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
That can be loose. That's
All those drugs, it's likely she'll have a miscarriage. You would think that, but it's not. It's like she's still fucking pregnant. And I doubt this is like the
Rockwell
only
Hardness
time she's
Dusted
done
Boopus
this.
just subscribed with Tier 1. They say the abortion stats are crazy for the hood.
just to keep her forward.
Oh!
Once she's secured, they roll her out of the ambulance bay, place her in a transport van, drive to the jail, and physically carry her into the holding cell before removing all of her restraints.
Poor kid she's pregnant with now. Brain's gonna be scrambled.
The police report makes no mention of the results of any drug or alcohol testing, or the health and status of her unborn child.
That's why she bought so much. She had a speeding ticket. Warren.
Thank you for the 10 kicks.
Streets are safe once again. No
The
one.
special needs child she's making is going to cost the taxpayers so much. Sorry. See you later, Bumcat. See you later, YouTube noob. Thanks for hanging out.
Stealing vibrators on our
I appreciate it.
According to court documents, 26-year-old David
Foot bros have been trying to get legs pregnant. It's hurtful to them to remind their efforts are in vain. Dude.
Viona Lee Robinson was charged with misdemeanor larceny, assault.
Exactly. All of the tax money spent, like, I mean, right now we've already spent so much tax money. She just had a trip to the hospital. She was riding in an ambulance. She's ridden in a cop car. There was like 4 cops on her all night long because she's been such a problem. Dude, this cost us thousands of dollars already.
with a dangerous weapon, 3 counts of assault and battery on a police officer, child endangerment, and driving under the influence of drugs. She pleaded guilty in July of 2025 and received a 7-year deferred sentence. But that sentence was later accelerated following an incident.
I know what you guys are thinking. You can't wait to see the sequel to this. Well, guess what? It only took her a couple of months.
In October that resulted in...
In October. So this is May, June, July, September, October. So she probably, to celebrate giving birth to her second child, presuming it made it through, she decided to do it all over again, baby.
2 charges. In February of 2026, she pleaded guilty in a new case to grand larceny, obstructing an officer.
And yeah, look at the date on this. Date of offense, grand larceny, the 10th month, the 4th day, 2025. So October, she was back at it. She just gave birth to the baby, waited a couple weeks for everything to heal up, and was like, time to consume the crime, continue my life of crime, baby.
Transporting an open container and failure
The exact same shit. Failure to use restraint system under a child under 8, transporting an open container of alcohol, obstructing an officer, grand larceny.
Restrained. She was sentenced to 18 months in the Department of Corrections, along with 2 concurrent 6-month Tulsa County jail sentences, with credit for time served. Watch our full videos as they...
Couple of scholars taken off the streets. Her grandfather must be so proud. Oh my God. The babies are just a burden to her. Again, they're just just the worst people are able to have children, apparently. I just don't understand. What is this? What is this? But anyways, what a crazy fucking cop cam. One of the most powerful women yet. You know, I will give I will give cop cams this. Yes, women are the weaker gender, but god damn can they be a fucking problem. I've seen some 90 like pound girls throw their weight around and be a real fucking problem to the point that they need like multiple cops on them. Like the power that crazy gives you. They're entertaining. More likely they are a paycheck. That's sad. That's sad. But these are, dude, I can't stop watching cop cams. I can't stop watching them. They're one of my new favorite forms of content. And it's completely changed my opinion on the police. Completely changed. And it's completely changed the narrative. Like, I still remember, like, growing up through high school, there was, like, this big narrative of, like, police brutality and, like, you know, they're all abusing their power. And you'd hear all these stories, like, oh, it was a simple traffic stop and, you know, this happened, that happened, the suspect got shot, or, you know, or the cops used physical violence and, you know, they got black eyes and, oh, the cop. And you look at these things, you're like, oh, my God. People make the most simple offenses into the biggest fucking problem, you know? Just eye-opening. Eye-opening. Unless they're Mormons from Utah. There's been a case being floated that purging the lowest percent eliminates 50% of the crimes, and I believe it. Yeah. Let's talk eugenics. Oh, Jesus. It's almost unbeatable entertainment for normal people. It is. It really is. Because, like, it really makes you think, like, what happens in life for you to even act like this? Dude, I was pulled over for, they thought I wasn't wearing a seatbelt. I was wearing a seatbelt, and they asked for my license and registration, and I couldn't imagine if I was like, no, you already pulled me over, and I already had my seatbelt on, fuck you. You know what I mean? Like, why would I do that? No, I was like, here you go, sir. Here's my fucking license. Here's my registration. And I was like driving around in my hometown, and I was like already a Florida resident, and it was like someone who knew my older brother, it turned out, because I handed over my ID and they saw my last name. He's like, what? Do you know so-and-so? I'm like, yeah, it's my older brother. He's like, oh, shit. And then like he just sat there and like talked to me for way too long. I was like, can I go now? You know, like, okay, cool. But yeah, no purging. Let's just resettle. I mean, as in like what? Put them on an island? We'll find some island to put them on. Let's shame that these people want clout and don't care about their children. Chair Sama is vibrating. She's not answering. Oh, Husbanus has messaged me at some point. He sent me shitty robots. Oh, God bless. I do love these a lot. I love shitty robots. Here we go. These food robots are just like notoriously terrible. You're gonna get no meat in that hot dog, right? What is it doing? Wait, okay. Pick up bun. There's no meat in there yet. Is that ketchup? Is that condiments? What is this? Ah, perfect. I'm so glad we've removed humans from the equation. Best I can do is meat. Is there any meat in a hot dog anyways? Good point. I don't know, man. Dude, amazing. 10 out of 10 job. Your hot dog is served. So, fettuccine.
I will say.
What is going on?
Selling one bucket of...
Stop auto-playing shit, dog. Nobody likes that. Anyways. Now I'm just like scrolling Reddit. I'm not gonna do that. This is like very controversial. People are freaking out about it. I'm just personally of the opinion, I don't know why everything needs to be content for streams. That was one of my biggest takeaways from the whole story. I think we need to stop making it like every single moment of your life is shared on streams, because this is how we get to fucking controversy like this. So if anyone has been online, apparently I don't even know who these people are. Jesse Ridgway and his wife revealed they had an abortion after learning their unborn baby had Down syndrome. This is apparently content now. Everything is content.
Here we go. That's all we're going to see the result. I have to download the official report. Abnormal insight result. consistent with trisomy 21? No.
What is it? Wait.
And notice how it says consistent with the gene that marks for Down syndrome. There's a lot of false positives when this is being done. And I don't know how many people know that. Like, there's tons of false positives during pregnancy. And I guess when I was born, the technology wasn't as advanced as it is now. But when my mom got her ultrasounds done, up until when I was born, they were clocking me as a boy. Maybe it was because they saw my big fucking man hands and they were like, that's definitely a boy. But I was said I was a boy until I popped out and then I was a girl. Clearly. Clearly.
What are you saying?
This seems a little personal to be broadcast to the whole internet. Yes.
No.
Let me see. I can't see it.
It says abnormal insight result.
Money! Yeah, baby!
Showed
Yeah!
3 chromosome 21 signals consistent with trisomy 21 Down syndrome.
The robot tried and he missed, so he tried again and he still missed. So he tried once more and missed again. Yeah. Thank you for the 5.
Genetic counseling is recommended. Pattern consistent with trisomy 21.
That's what I mean. Like, whether you agree with them or not, they should never have filmed or discussed it online. Like, I don't know why people want to make everything into
Scott
content.
Trout 1261
Oh, she's back. She's
donated
reading things.
$5.0 and says, the robot tried and he missed, so it tried again and he still missed. So he tried once more and missed.
Dude, guys, I want you guys to see, like, I still have it on my desk. I don't even want to open it because I don't want to break it. Husbanus got me the coolest fucking glass ever. Where is this? Is it even going to show? Because where's my dog cam? Where is it? Oh, I unplugged the cam. Of course it's not going to work. My God. My God, I just want you guys to see the coolest cup. Coolest cup. Huh? It's not going to work off rip, huh? Bastard. Chair Sama would have gotten that dog into that bun. Yeah, she would. Speak up, Nyanus. Am I speaking loud enough? This is personal and should not be monetized. I think that's what it is, too. Like, why is everything content to this current generation? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it.
Hey.
This is so weird. This is what they've grown up around. I hate how Kick is 50% volume by default. Oh, I see, I see. They want attention, but it usually backfires. And yeah, and so, like, I do want to get into it. There's been big posts made by, I guess, this dude. And, like, you know, he's upset that there's been so much backlash over this. And it's like, dude, if you didn't want backlash over an extremely sensitive topic, then why film it at all to begin with? We need to start, like, I don't know, do better by understanding, like, what belongs on the internet and what should be shared and what shouldn't be shared. And if, like, you're not comfortable with backlash, then you should think
Stephen
twice
DeLorean
about
just
filming something
subscribed
like
with
this.
Tier 1. They say Happy Friday, Big.
Happy Friday, Biggas. Thank you, Stephen DeLorean. Happy Friday to you, too. I hope you have a good weekend.
Happy Friday, Stephen. I accept your tribute with the highest gloss varnish. So try not to get mulched for being late on your crumb.
I do notice the doggo is good, though. Doggo shows up when person cries. Good doggo. My dogs are like that. If I'm in a bad mood, like, Atlas immediately comes up and, like, headbutts me and crushes me with his body weight. I don't know if it's really helping. Sometimes he just, like, I feel like George Floyd. I'm like, I can't breathe. Because he's, like, on my lungs. And he thinks he's helping, so I just let it happen. And he eventually gets off my lungs.
Not the result we wanted to see, guys. I started to get kind of a not good feeling just when the results were sitting here. That's why I didn't want to open them. I started to feel really uncomfortable about it.
Again, like, why would you do this on stream? What are you doing this on stream for? And, like, are you not going to get a second opinion? That's another thing I don't understand. Like, just the one test and that's it? Just like shut the fuck up and comfort your wife. This content is horrible. Like, I was icked out by the content, not just the fact that they aborted the kid, but like because it's like, why are you fucking filming this?
Just kind of in shock, like, truly. We talked before this, guys, about what would we do if we confronted this scenario. Because this was the more likely scenario.
What? What do you mean? You have like a high likelihood for Down syndrome in your family or something? I've never heard. This is depraved.
We talked about terminating the pregnancy. Obviously, things could change because this is traumatic, like very traumatic.
What the fuck is so weird? So weird. It's so weird. This is so dystopian. This whole thing just feels so dystopian. Like, this is so weird.
And I know you guys even watching this, this is traumatic for the whole community. I think now that we have a definitive result, we'll talk with these counselors and we're going to have some hard conversations.
Typically, if the initial FISH result shows trisomy 21, the final full karyotype or microarray analysis also confirms it in more than 99% of cases.
And again, too, they go to AI. Instead of going to a doctor for a second opinion, you go to AI for a second opinion. This generation is fucking cooked. This generation is fucking cooked. Before you get an abortion, I would get a full, like, get a whole nother checkup by another doctor. Get a completely impartial opinion on this. Like, what? This is not a small decision by any means. My Downsy cousin is legit the funniest person I know. Yeah, I went to school with, like, a higher functioning Down syndrome kid, and they were, like, perfectly happy, perfectly fine. I don't know. My channel is about creating stories from ideas and entertaining people. Not putting out my personal life. Yeah. Like, this is too much. Like, I don't know. At what point are we going to start being like filming ourselves taking shits and being like, well, this one was a bit normal today. Look at that. This one's got a little bit of color to it. Wasn't like that yesterday. If we look at yesterday's shit. Like, it's like, I don't understand. Like, at what point do we just say, like, enough is enough? And, like, this isn't really content.
It's just all very...
Is this Gen Z or millennials? I'm apparently the wrong person to ask. I thought that guy the other day was 20 years old and he was 30.
Very overwhelming and confusing to navigate.
Yeah, let your AI tell you to abort. Like, so fucking
Ashley is almost halfway through this thing. Not saying we force it, but, like, the kid seemed healthy. And there's been stories where the kid comes out and is, like, super functional. And so it's like, I don't know. There's just a lot to digest, and we're not really going to be doing that in this video. We just wanted to let you guys in on what the
Rate My Poo was a website. God.
results were. Where's your head at? Just sad.
What the fuck, man? Why are you filming this? And, like, god damn it, this girl's an idiot too. Like, I'm sorry, man. Like, have some fucking self-respect. Have some understanding. Have some shame. Like, this is not a point that you need to film. What in the fuck? This isn't content. The kid is healthy, dummy. Just a pinch of tard. Farming and views for sympathy. Very disingenuous and abhorrent. Yeah, stop using children as props. Even unborn children are now props. I'm sure there's fansleys for taking shits. God damn it. The clout.
Just things have been pretty dark for a while for us. And we thought this was going to be a nice little ray of sunshine. And it's not. Sorry to be crying, dude. It's a lot.
He's not crying, though. So fucking weird. Yeah, this whole thing just rubs me the wrong way. I don't know why you're putting this out there. Yes, you are going to be judged. There's going to be some people that are going to be sympathetic. There's some people that are going to find what you did abhorrent. And there's going to also just be this middle ground where people are like, why'd you even fucking share this at all, dog? Why?
Holy clothes. I was so sure that it was it. I had the nursery picked out. I was ready. I gotta start all over again.
And again, too.
Of our journey, you know, of the
money. Yeah, baby. Yeah.
This is how it's...
Will these people get huge backlash over this? Oh, it's already started. It's already started because, again, of course, people are going to give your opinion or their opinion on this. And Again, I have some posts from this guy, and he's like upset that so many people have like a negative opinion of this. But again, like, if you didn't want this very personal thing to become news and to have the internet talk about it, you shouldn't film it. That's basically it. It comes down to you two for oversharing everything. Like
I know it's hard to look at like silver linings, but
why is she so bad at acting? Am I tripping? Yeah, dude. The whole thing feels like phony. The way they're acting doesn't even feel right. She's already calmed down. Like, what?
I mean, the fact that you can get pregnant is good. We weren't sure. And it was, bro, it was instant. We don't know why this happens. Maybe it is a birth control over a decade. Maybe it is just random genetic sequencing and it glitches, you know, just like cancer cells. Like sometimes.
This guy, how are you even able to sit like this? Where's your balls, dog? What the fuck? What the fuck? He's got like the nutcracker pose going on. That's crazy.
It's just, we don't know.
Yeah, they still made the decision to upload the video. They just still made the decision to do this over a live stream. Like, why wouldn't you just look at the results in person? And part of me thinks too, the way they're acting and the way like they don't really seem like, he doesn't seem affected at all. She goes in and out of crying but seems to calm down pretty quickly. This is like a 4-minute clip. I think they looked at the results off screen and then decided like, wow, this is great content. That's what it feels like to me. It feels like this is their second run at it. Because, dude, sometimes when I watch cop cams the first time, I laugh a lot more. But then second time, when I watch it on stream, I don't laugh as much. But like, you know, I'd love to laugh more, but I'm not going to force it. You know, like it'll come off as disingenuous. And like, this kind of comes off as disingenuous. Like, I don't know. And so, yeah, don't put it out there if you don't want people to like talk about it. That would be my suggestion. You know, if you don't want people talking about things and having a negative opinion on something that's very personal to you, then don't put it out to begin with. So this is like his first post on the matter. It's a very long post, so I'm going to read this for you. This week, my wife and I made the very difficult decision to terminate the pregnancy due to trisomy 21. The choice was not made lightly. We really appreciate all the personal stories that you guys shared with us, especially the unconditional support we received from fans with no matter what we decided. I know some of you may be very disappointed to hear this news. We are devastated, but it has been extremely traumatic for both of us, especially Ashley. Why are you sharing this? She underwent the procedure earlier this week and is on the mend. Thankfully, everything went smoothly, but emotionally we are drained. Trisomy 21 is known as Down syndrome, is caused by an extra chromosome. It is caused by an error in cell division like a glitch. The odds of the baby having it is 1 in 1,000. When I first confronted this news, I was shocked but optimistic. They're a little slow intellectually, but we'll make it work. I signed on to be a parent, come what may, but it just didn't fully understand what Down syndrome entailed. Again, this doesn't really fall in line with the video we just watched. Because off rip, you guys both saw Trisomy 21, and it seemed like both of you had already made up the decision that you have to abort this kid. I feel like he's just saying what he thinks is right versus what he was feeling the whole time. Once we made it public, it became clear most people don't know what Down syndrome entails, and no, it's not the same as autism. 50% of babies with DS have heart defects, 75% will have hearing challenges, over 50% will have vision problems, impaired immune function, developmental disabilities, learning disabilities, delayed functional physical development, poor muscle tone, structural issues with their face, decreased lifespan, etc. Sadly, this list is long. Feel free to look it up. Down syndrome isn't a blessing. It's objectively shitty from a health perspective. I didn't realize just how rough it is for the child, let alone the family. More often than not, it would be fully dependent on others for the rest of their life. The miscarriage risk is also close to 50%, which made matters worse. They may never see the light of day, and it puts Ashley at further risk. We spoke with doctors, friends, family, and genetic counselors and learned that up to 90% of women terminate their pregnancy after learning the baby has trisomy 21. This was way higher than I expected, and I thought it would be lower given that I hear so many say they would keep the baby. I believe that's because most terminations happen privately. It feels shameful, a lot of judgment being cast. I wonder if it's because you put it out there to begin with. You never think you'd be in this type of situation until it happens to you and then things change. To all of my fans who have weighed in on this topic, who have autism, Down syndrome, or any other conditions, we appreciate you. You matter a lot, and we're glad that you're here. I commend you and your families for having the strength and courage to push forward. As for us, we made the difficult decision that we believe in the long run will be beneficial for our family. Thankfully, we had a choice. It will take a little time to move on, but we are excited to try again in the future, and hopefully we'll have a better outcome. Thank you guys, and thank you for your understanding. You know, and then there's, you know, obviously people are very divided on it. Asmund Gold thinks it's a great idea. Obviously, people like Nerdrotic don't. A lot of people don't. You killed your unborn baby because of T21, but are choosing to keep a dog with no kidneys alive. Your priorities and actions are reprehensible. The blood of your child will be crying out from the ground in the Most High God of the universe for justice. Sweet Super 6th birthday. After she was diagnosed with stage 4 kidney disease last year around her 5th birthday, the vet she had weeks to live, but we were lucky maybe a few months. 1 year later, she's still fighting. She's in the 0.0001% of superhero dogs that can continue living with no kidneys. We all need a hero like this. Jenny has been one of mine. Like, that is weird to me, too. Like, I mean, clearly you have money then. Like, I mean, healthcare shouldn't be a concern for you. You're able to get your dog fucking kidney removal surgery and take care of, like, a very rare genetic defect. Like, the fuck? As a person on the spectrum, this guy doesn't speak for me. Just say it. I'm a coward, too afraid and unmanly to raise a child through their struggles. This makes me think of Get Down with the Sickness. For real, this is something that people would usually keep in the dark, not for use for some weird clout. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. And so, like, a lot of people, like, I don't need to scroll through everything, but as you can imagine, it's like a very controversial topic, and like everyone's talking about it and everyone has opinion on it, whether they think it was a good idea, whether they think it was a bad idea. Again, I've seen a lot of people saying, like, you probably should just never have shared this at all. Like, this is like a very traumatic thing to be sharing. What the fuck is wrong with people that everything is on the internet? Delete the internet, please, and thank you. Anyways. And so, like, he's made a response already because I guess he hasn't gotten all of the adoration and agreement that he expected. Like, this is kind of par for the course. Like, I would think if I were to make a video like this, you should preemptively be prepared for the backlash and you should be able to tune it out. You know what I mean? Like, if you're going to go forward and film something like this and put it out there for people as a fucking functioning adult with hopefully a brain, you should understand cause and effect. And like, is this a controversial topic? And it is. And I don't think that they're necessarily shocked. I think he's just playing the victim. Like, I think they knew that this was going to be a controversial topic. And I think that they were looking at this as a point of virality. They were like, oh my God, our baby has Down syndrome potentially. Like, look at how viral we can go because abortion is such a big debate right now and, like, babies are such a big debate right now. It really feels calculated. I do think that they looked at the results before they showed them on stream. And maybe I'm completely wrong and I'm also just grasping. But again, like, if you didn't want people to talk about you like this, you should never fucking put it out there. I obviously disagree with what he did, but his smartest move would have been to just not neon post his fucking private moment on the public internet. Yes! Yes! I agree 100% because I will never agree wholeheartedly with what other couples do. Would I do the same thing? I don't think I would. But you know what I mean? He does have an element of truth to what he said in the last post. You don't know what you will do until put into that situation. I think there's an element of truth there. But again, I know what I would do in a situation like this is not post the whole thing on the internet and film the whole thing. That would be step one. If you know you're doing something that is going to be very traumatic and shape the future of your life together with your wife, you should probably just keep that between you two, you know? Abortion is towards the bottom of the public concern list. I would say it goes in and out. It's a pretty hot button topic, especially given like the birth rates declining and people coming into the country and like immigrants are having tons of babies, but like Americans are not. I would say it's a pretty hot topic. It's been a hot button topic. It comes in and out of like public eye. I would definitely say I haven't seen a lot about it lately in the news, but I wouldn't say that it's not a controversial topic. That's like a very inflammatory topic because clearly people have very strong opinions, you know? People are either vehemently for or against it. And then you do have people that kind of sit in the middle that are just like on a case-by-case basis kind of thing. Like, I don't know. Keep your private light off the internet and don't be surprised if you get judged for it if you put it out there. Exactly. Posting this on the internet was a bad idea. Using your kid for clout is disgusting. It's already been done in Hollywood. This is the evolution of this. The self-awareness is non-existent and his mind is set on all the fake support. Yeah, it's a weird way to profit off the child that they killed for whatever reason. This is quality of a lol cow, oversharing. And I've never heard of this content creator until now. Jesse McJuggernuggets? 4 million on YouTube, 2 billion views, creator of Psycho series, My Virtual Escape and The Devil Inside, Keep It Rigid, Don't Dream About Me, out now. And again, too, you have, of all people, you have the money. You have 4 million on YouTube and 2 billion views. Like, you could have afforded this kid. I don't understand. And there was a good chance that they didn't have it at all. You're going to go off the one test? That's crazy. That's crazy. I don't understand. You have the money. You had the money and the power to just go get a second opinion. Not from a fucking AI assistant. Like, literally go to another doctor. This is such a big decision to put on one doctor. Dude. What kind of man sits and talks to camera while his wife is next to him in tears? Fuck that guy. He's a weird guy. I may despise living in this world, but paradoxically, I am glad I was born instead of aborted. I would not have had the family I have, met the friends I have, influenced the people I have, and especially never been able to meet Wine Auntie if I was aborted. I'd consider this an absolute win, as the meme goes. Yeah. I don't plan on ever posting or talking about my kid if I have one until they are old enough to understand the internet, and even then, maybe not. Yeah. Yeah. For sure. Sacrificed for content. That's a really sick way of looking at it, but that is what this is. Like, this is so strange. Like, this is, like, the closest we've ever been to, like, I don't know, going back in time and being like the Mayans. Some sort of blood sacrifice for views. Grok, is this true? Grok, what do I do? Do I jump off the bridge, Grok? Internet and strangers don't need to be involved with my personal life. Yeah, dude, for real. Like, you can give hints. Like, obviously, like, you know, if I became pregnant and had a child, I would, like, let my audience know, because clearly you need to know I have a kid, because then, like, my hours would be different. You know what I mean? But, like, I wouldn't overshare. Like, there would be no camera in the delivery room. You know, like, no. No. That's a smart move, honestly. People need to filter out their mind and stop talking about their stories. They do. Like, again, like, you could have easily have just said, too, like, if this actually happened, if you had a second opinion, say everything, and you still chose to abort the child, you could have just told the internet it was a miscarriage. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not pro-abortion, but I'm just, like, let's just be pro-common sense. Like, I get it. Not everyone is equipped mentally to take on the potential challenge of a kid with developmental challenges. I get it. I get it. Some people are like that. Just don't put it out there if you know you're going to get backlash for it. Like, use your fucking brain. God gave it to you for a reason. I thought Planned Parenthood was for the blood sacrifice. Too many people oversharing. Wait, you wouldn't give birth live on Twitch? Yeah, no. For some reason, no. No. For some reason, not really, no. A wise and normal path to follow. Yeah. Again, too, like, a birth can be traumatic. Like, I don't know why you want to film that. I can't believe they filmed a birth live on Twitch. Like, when I came out of my mom, I had the umbilical cord wrapped around my neck, and it was, like, dramatic. Like, my dad apparently almost fainted. He, like, lost all the color in his face and, like, had to sit down. He was all gray, and, you know, like, for a while they thought I was dead, but then I'm fine. Clearly, I'm talking right now. But you know what I mean? Like, that was traumatic. They had to call a doctor in, like, another doctor, like, had to come in because the doctor who was delivering me was, like, doing a piss poor job of getting me out. And I still remember the name of the doctor who showed up. Like, he was just walking down the hallway. He wasn't supposed to be, like, in the birthing unit that day. And, like, he just fucking ran in and pushed the other guy out of the way. And, like, here I am. So, like, yeah. Yeah. I still remember the doctor's name, though. My dad was the same. I was a zombie all along. Nobody wants to see a live stream births. It's like looking into the eye of Sauron. Yeah. And again, too, things go wrong, too. Like, I mean, it can be nasty. Like, most women, like, shit themselves during childbirth because you're pushing. It's just fucking biology. Like, nobody needs to be there. You were a stillborn. At least you got better. I think I was just very still. I wasn't necessarily a stillborn, but I wasn't moving for a bit. Like, I was obviously low on oxygen. Yeah, and God ensured Nyannis would grace us with her backhand. Yeah, I came out. It probably didn't help that I was 10 pounds, 9 ounces. Like, I was a big baby. Big baby. I came out fucking supersized. So, now you're still dead. Clearly, you're just a ghoul trying to trick us. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Juno couples need a leash on the life, basically, they want because they simply have the choir. So, Chunganus? Yeah, I was huge. I was huge. You were 7 pounds as a baby? Yeah, my brothers were normal weights. I think my one brother came out like 7 pounds, 11 ounces. Another one came out like 8 pounds. And then I came out fucking heavyweight champion of the world. But anyways, we are all just figments of your imagination. Anyway, so let's see. He overshared on the internet and received, what is this? Responses he didn't like. So here he is again. I've never seen such hate and vitriol for two people grieving the loss of their unborn child and making an impossible decision. Again, that carries so much weight because you overshared. Like, just because you're a content creator does not mean every aspect of your life is content to be milked for money. The last 24 hours have exposed the side of humanity that is deeply disturbing. I would again say the same thing about you. I find it deeply disturbing you shared this to begin with at all. Being called a murderous piece of shit, evil compared to Hitler, and receiving non-stop death threats. Seeing my 6-year-old dog with stage 4 kidney disease being used as a weapon, manipulating my words and intent in a tweet saying we'll regret this decision forever, must repent to God, is absolute insanity. Again, the fact that you shared any of this at all is absolute insanity. This whole thing is coming off as a cope right now. What? No self-awareness, I expect a tweet being like, I shouldn't have done this. I shouldn't have overshared. Like, where's the accountability? So far, it's all just projection on like, I got the response I didn't like. Yeah, you opened yourself up to this. Cope and seethe. Compared to Hitler, first time. Yeah, dude, how many times have we been called Hitler here? God damn. He did a complete Dear Diary moment in real time. I was super premature and nearly died. Jesus. Yeah, they can take, they do really well with premature babies these days. That's a good thing. The documenting of life at every life event has made life miserable. It really has. Calling it a rational response insanity is. The wife will regret this for the rest of her life. I agree. If you ever wanted to marvel at the depravity of people online, just check the replies of my latest tweet. Again, the depravity of people online, if you go back in time 10 years even, all of this would be so alien. Like, unfortunately, we know of fucking clout and drama whores at this point that are, they don't give a fuck. They'll sacrifice their child for views. I don't give a fuck. Like, I want the money. You know what I mean? Like, we've seen it all. Like, people don't care about using their children as a prop. There was a fucking Twitch streamer that gave birth live on stream. You know? There's a lot of depravity going on. And the thing is, like, he even said the stats, 90% of people abort their kid when it's told that they have Down syndrome. And again, they don't put it out there on the internet. That's part of it. Like, you're taking something that's already traumatic and you're making it even more traumatic. Like, why would you do that to yourself? And why would you do that to your wife? That's so weird. Better pray it's not premature. Regardless of medical advancement, doctors will use any excuse to separate a newborn from its mother. I thought he said 40, not 90%. No, he said 90%. I don't know how true that stat is, but he said it in his last tweet. That stat is made up. Could be. It's a shit show of epic proportions. This is reflective of the current world and landscape we're living in. Again, the landscape where you even filmed this to begin with. What's more troubling is a lot of these people use God or Jesus as their justification for threatening us and wanting to cast us into hell. It seems pretty hypocritical. So many saying that they would have kept the child, put it up for adoption, are suddenly ready to adopt a Down syndrome child. That's great. You can do all of those things. However, many of the people throwing stones don't even have children, let alone one with a condition, and most likely will never do the things they say they're going to do. There has been some heinous shit said about my wife and I on some extremely large accounts. It baffles me that there are so many trashy ass people who have a significant following. If you can't contribute anything meaningful to the conversation aside from insults, then just don't post. Again, like, I don't understand this mentality when people are like, oh, I don't want you to share your opinion online. Fuck you if you have nothing nice to say. It's like, but if people are posting to their own following and they're not posting under your tweet, that's like, again, it's on you for putting it out there. This is a very controversial topic. And like, yeah, I think there's a lot to be said here. Not even just, again, about the abortion itself, but about sharing at all. Like oversharing certain aspects of your life. No, yeah, he's probably writing these cope essays while his wife is crying in the corner, right? I don't want to cast him into the pit. I just want to get a milestone and to get a millstone and have a conversation. I have 2 kids with a condition that were unwanted. He can pound sand. I honestly don't feel sorry for them at all since they tried to profit off of all of it. Yeah, same. Like, it's less so. I'm not shocked. Again, people are going to make decisions I disagree with. And like, so that's not really my problem. I've always known that, but it's like, why would you even put it out there? Like, you know, you're going to get backlash for this. You knew it. Like, part of me thinks that this is like all part of his plan. Like, now I get to be the victim. On the other hand, there have been a tremendous amount of stories of people who kept their Down syndrome baby, and that's awesome. Very courageous, and they do look very happy. That's your choice, and I support it. This is ours, and we can do that. It's very easy to accept the differences between us when it has no actual bearing on your life. What shocked me the most was all the story has become mainstream news. A couple's abortion is suddenly newsworthy in 2026. Yeah, the way you did it, you fucking dumb fucking ass. Are you kidding me? I hate this, like... I hate this way he's writing too, where he's pushing the blame to everyone else, but at no point is he saying, I probably shouldn't have overshared to begin with. There are over 1 million abortions every single year in a myriad of reasons, and this is happening on a daily basis and is the most common outcome for a trisomy 21, yet this blows up and people are surprised. The reason this blew up is quite simple. It's because nobody talks about it. No, it's because again, like for a reason, man. Some things are personal. This too can be forgiven, but he has to admit it was a sin first. They put the post in public, get mad's the public reaction. Make it make sense. It makes no sense. I have a sibling with Down syndrome. The guy doesn't know at all. Kids can be happy. I was born 6 pounds and I was also a twin. Makes sense. He shouldn't have shared it. Another adult adolescent. Not what I wanted to hear is not equal to not meaningful. Exactly. Airing your laundry and not expecting people to judge is demented. It is. I agree. I agree. I can't blame people for not talking about these vulnerable experiences publicly because you see the disgusting backlash it ensues. Very divisive. Luckily, after 20 years on the internet, this is par for the course of me taking on the crazy, so I'm glad I can help further conversation. Again, too, I think your 20 years on the internet has like rotted your brain inside out. You literally have no idea what you're talking about right now. You absolute fucking dingbat. You doorknob. This is exactly why I wanted to share this story. No, you wanted to make money. That's why. People still need to see the vulnerability and hear the raw truth. No, they really don't. There's real suffering going on and it's being done in silence and fear. No, and no. You're just a fucking idiot. You're a clout chaser. You use your own child as fucking prop. Like, I don't understand. So many mothers have reached out privately, commending us on our bravery to speak truthfully about this topic. Doubt. And we really appreciate that support. We want you to feel less alone in this and less ashamed. I feel like he just said that because he needed like a little, I'm doing a good thing, a little pat on the back, self-pat on the back. I'm doing a good, see all these mothers in my DMs, all these DMs that are totally real. There's never been a more important time to speak up about the things that matter. Do not let the vocal minority stop you from sharing your truth. To all those who have been affected by this or are confronted with a similar situation in the future, we have your back. And please feel free to reach out. I'm sure this will follow us a while, especially when we try for a kid again in the near future. Quick aside, be careful where you source your information online. Again, says the guy who, after getting one report on his unborn child, turned to AI and said, hey, Siri, what do I do? Do I kill the child? Yes. Okay. Whether it's disturbing propaganda accounts, AI, rage bait for fearmongers, we're living in a complicated time and authenticity and empathy will be the most important currencies of the future. Anyways, I can't wait to see all these words get minced and twisted again so people can throw their followings and stir outrage. Where, I'm just a good boy and people are mean to me for no reason whatsoever. I was just helping. And look at all the backlash. Where, I'm a victim. It's a natural ecosystem. Like, I just feel like you're just grabbing for sympathy. You have 1K likes and 240K views. I think that tells you everything you need to know. Anyways, it's natural ecosystem after all. Bottom feeders have to get their meal too. Again, all of these like little gotchas. How do you have so much time for this creative writing endeavor when you literally just aborted your child? Should you just you have a lot of money. You know what the right thing would be right now? Go on a fucking vacation with your wife. Go take her somewhere. Go somewhere nice. Inevitably, regardless of people agree with your situation or not, you have done something that is going to break her mind.
Says, this post just proves they aren't fit to have kids. They're having kids as an accessory to their social media life, not to be actual parents.
Yes.
My parents were nuts and had me anyway. I was fine.
My parents were nuts. Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, there was many times as a kid where I had the opinion not everyone should be parents because like, you know, I look back now and I understand the problems, but don't get it wrong. Like
Marmalene,
when I
your
was
digital
living
crumb
through it, it
tax
sucked.
is accepted with the reverence it deserves. So
Yeah.
consider the sovereign's approval stamped and varnished. Now, back to your existential crisis about parenting as an accessory. Try not to let the mulching chopper of drama distract you too much.
Yeah. But yeah, no, like, yeah, it sucked. It sucked at a lot of points growing up. Like, it wasn't the happiest childhood. I do sugarcoat it. Like, I sugarcoat it a lot because, I don't know, looking back, I understand why there were problems. But, like, yeah, it sucked at a lot of points. Like, I often cried. I felt like I had no support systems. Like, it was tough. Like, I had to take on the role of a parent really young. You know, scrapping with my dad had its fun moments, but it was also really difficult. And like, I never actually had like, my dad wasn't much of a talker. So it's like, even though we worked together, like that was our relationship. Like I never really hugged my dad. There was never like, I love you going on. Like it was a pretty rough household. Like, I don't know. But I still wouldn't change it for the world. You know what I mean? Like looking back, like it's clearly shaped me into the person I am today. Like, I'm not in credit card debt. I thank my dad all the time. Like, I've never been an idiot that put a bunch of money on a credit card. I have never done that. I've never looked at it as free money, you know, and that's put me ahead in life, like that alone. And like all of these other people that grew up coddled with like the best parents ever, now they have a terrible fucking adulthood because they're like absolutely unable to look after themselves and they like can't handle their finances. So like, yeah, there's a little bit of suffering up front, but I can't say that I didn't benefit from it. Anyways, hopefully our story has inspired others to open up more and we can all find understanding. At the end of the day, yeah, you know what your story has helped people understand? Not to overshare. That's about it. At the end of the day, I'm grateful that the discourse about our decision has been so widespread. Yeah, because you like money. And it's clearly very important and sensitive topic and one we need to pay more attention to. Thank you to everyone who has been supportive during this difficult time in defending our choice as parents. It means more than you'll ever know. As my wife is a badass, not only did she go through this trauma, but she's dealing with all the freaks on the internet in stride. Love you, babe. Let's look to the future. Again, like, what? Just weird. Just weird and performative. And look at, too, the view count to the interaction. 1.7 million views, 4.3k likes, 9.3k comments. Yikes. Yikes. Mourning the loss, brother, you killed him. You didn't lose a baby, you ended one. Yeah, like he's got no support. Baby Ridgeway coming fall 2026. You killed a baby. You called it your child and a baby and then you killed it. Stop attacking me. I'm grieving the loss of my child. Yeah, look at all of these things too have more likes. He's got 4.3 likes here. A lot of these 9.7. Yikes. 9.7. Yikes. 5.5, yikes. Yikes. I don't see any support here. What a dumbass. Yeah, let this be a lesson, guys. Don't overshare on the internet. Not that you guys needed that fucking lesson. You already knew that. But, like, yeah, I think that the number one lesson here, don't overshare. Don't overshare. Because usually topics that are not meant to be overshared, they will be touchy subjects. Like, that's just kind of... They kind of go hand in hand. So, oh, it's just a little fun. A little fun. Sir, you could have just said nothing. Ratioed into oblivion, yeah. He's playing the victim. 100%. Just the writing, too. It's so condescending. It reminds me of, like, when Kamala Harris would speak. I try to make that point to people. I'm like, I think she put a bad taste in people's mouth because the way she talked, she always talked like, I'm better than you. Like, I'm going to put all these little smart aleck comments in what I say and like no one's going to pick up on, like, you know what I mean? Like, I think people picked up on it. The whole thing comes off as condescending and like, and victimy. Like every sentence is condescending unless he's talking about his supporters and there's little hearts and little emojis like, ugh, ugh. Yeah, I don't share shit. The only thing I learned about this guy is he's a clout chaser. I don't feel bad for him. Nope. I don't feel bad for him either. Again, like the whole thing comes off as clout chasey and like inauthentic. He talks about authenticity and he's like the most inauthentic thing. It's crazy. Just crazy. She a brat, old wine aunt. For every victim card, the more he is begged prince in a king's court. Russia is a bigger country and is bullying Ukraine, which is a smaller country. What's going on? What does that have to do with this, Dwycom? I know that there has been, I know that there's been more of a back and forth between Ukraine and Russia right now. What? I'm the victim. Oversharing will end and should end with Chair Sama running us through the wood chipper. Oh, it was a Kamala quote. Sorry, I forgot to add that. I see. It's a Kamala quote. I'm not so versed on Kamala quotes. I'm sorry. I mean, like, yeah, Russia's got a huge landmass, I guess. Like, it's weird. Chair Sama, I hope our kingdom will prosper for this. Shit. I feel bad for any children he'll have in the future. It's kind of weird because, like, you'll, like, know about this. Like, that you were gonna have a sibling, but they offed it. Kind of weird. Pluto-sized landmass. Chair Sama needs some lemon pledge. Lemon pledge. Damn. Most of her quotes are cackles. All right. Well, that was a pretty spicy topic. Like, I don't really know what to say other than, like, don't do that shit. Don't do that shit. And that guy's fucking weird. I've literally never heard of this person before. Which makes me just feel like the whole thing was just for clout. It's weird. Like, even look at the way, like, I'm just scrolling through his chat, too, or his thing. The results of our what the fuck? Aminocentis came back. Amino, I like clearly amino acids. Synthesis, yeah. Aminosynthesis came back. And look at the fucking icon he's using. You've been trying to clout this whole thing, and it's only got 200 likes, and now you're blowing up. Like, the whole thing just is for clout. Fucking gross, man. He's like the quartering. He makes the quartering look like a good person. The in crowd, yeah. Kick suggests him to me frequently. Funny, he comes up like this. Don't watch it and make them money. They took their kid's life. Update, they murdered the innocent child. And look at too. The likes, the like ratios. What the fuck? Actual eugenics in action. Why would you post this or the other one about ending the pregnancy? Who does that? Very strange. God bless the baby you decided was not worth loving. You did the left video to the baby in the right video. You don't deserve children. This is so Black Mirror to film this. This is probably the sickest thing I've ever seen. Get a vasectomy ASAP. You have no business being parents. What a fucking grifter. You killed your child and made money from it. I actually hope both of you are never blessed with another child. Neither of you deserve it. Again, like, it's like not just the act, it's the fact you're filming it. Like, I don't know why they don't understand why that's gross.
Money! Yeah, baby!
Not the abortion. This is clearly staged, not the abortion, but this whole Twitter shit. Yeah.
Jericho Graham 28 donated $5.0 and says, that license to breed sounds really good right now.
It's true. It really does. It really does. Like, what a fucking
Jericho,
gross thing.
your tip is duly noted, and your breeding license is hereby granted by royal decree. Do try to keep the population under control before I decide to mulch the excess.
so ridiculous. Oh. Like, don't overshare if you don't want people to tell you you're a fucking animal. I just don't get it. And, like, the clout, like, so clearly trying to clout chase off of this. Like, so gross. So we have our new lol cow. Like, I don't even know about that. This is extremely exciting for people struggling to have kids. It is. And it's also just, like, so fucking weird because he had the ability to take care of this. And again, there was a good chance, like, you didn't get a second opinion. I just don't understand. Why didn't you get a second opinion? I hate to sound blunt, but I agree with the comments. This guy should never breed again. Yeah. Fertility should be an on-off switch. Some people's switch should be locked into the off position. Get these goals in, boys! The comments are quite right. Ugh. Clout goblining today has just become like the worst. Just the worst. Just everything is seen as content. Everything is monetizable. Like even killing your own kid. Like that, you can monetize that too. Like what are we trying to normalize here? You're just going to have like creators like talking about their abortions all the time? Like I don't really understand. Thank you for the 50 kick. Jericho, no more than 10. What's going on? 6 away from Moemon. I think I already said that I would play Moemon because Uwu Gaming gave me $40 on my Ko-fi. I'm gonna sneeze. I didn't sneeze. I didn't sneeze. It was a fake. A fake sneeze. Psyched me out. Were you in here saying gamer words again?
Money! Yeah,
I was
baby,
saying
yeah!
gamer words. I was just here saying gamer words. Oh my goodness, for the high quality cat. Thank you for the 10. What did I miss? Nothing of value. Just some clout goblins. Literal goblins. Maybe even clout demons. I don't even know at this point. What do you even call? What do we even call this?
Zenithestate 638 donated $10.0 and says, for the high quality cat.
High quality. Me? Me? High quality? Don't gas me up.
You have good taste, Zenithestate 638. For you clearly recognize the majesty of my feline overlord. Your tip is accepted as high quality tribute to the throne.
Ooh. Jesse's clout power makes DSP laugh. Again, it's always impressive when you see someone make DSP look like a good person. You know, DSP is like 100 times the man that Jesse individual is, and that's crazy to say. And I say that it's the truth. Like, I don't know. That's crazy. Like, even DSP isn't like diabolical enough to bring in like his and Kat's life as it has to pertain to children. It doesn't seem like they're gonna have kids, like, at this point, given their ages, and, like, that's great. But you know what I mean? Like, dude, come on, man. Come on, man. I still haven't overheard DSP oversharing something super personal like that. Like, my God, for clout. You know? He actually tries to keep Kat out of things lately, because, like, Kat gets negative clout, and he actually just tries to keep his wife out of it now. Are you kidding me? Not me respecting DSP. Like, in hindsight, like, it's crazy that this guy, like, used his wife as a prop like that. Like, it's so weird. Thank you, Logic Unfolded, for the 2. The goal will be met regardless. Moemon secured! For the Moemon. For the Moemon. Hasn't the goal already been hit? Oh, 16 out of 20. We're fine. We're fine. And yeah, Chair-sama no longer reads anything unless it's $5 and over. Husbanus did that. Husbanus, my producer. What do you call it when it's your manager? He's my manager. That's the one. When the VTuber's fucking the person, you call them the manager. DSP isn't evil. He just treats his fans bad. Yeah. And his fans are hopefully adults that can choose to not watch him if they, you know, if they so chose. But anyways, Australia's a borderline. Everyone talks shit. And that's the way society should be. I've always really liked Korean culture because Korean culture just is like, let's just say shit like it is, whether it hurts your feelings or not. And also, too, like, people have thicker skin in Korea. Like, if you make fun of them, like, they're more than happy to make fun at you in return rather than be like, oh, why would you do that? Like, it's fun for them. But I don't think DSP is evil. He's simply an idiot who constantly gaslights himself. 100%, 100%, 100%. When are you going to start opening Pokemon packs for $50? Good God. Again, if I ever open Pokemon packs on stream, it would be because I'm handing out the hits. I don't understand the incentive for an audience to pay $50 if they're not getting the chance to getting like a good card. You know what I mean? The guy is weirdly greedy. But anyways, DSP probably believes his own lies at this point. Oh, 100%. 100%. That does happen to people over time. They start to believe their own lies. All right, let's wind back a little bit. I know those were some spicy topics. I didn't mean to upset anyone, but I wanted to talk about it because I saw it going around. And again, like, I'm not pro-abortion. I do understand some people are going to make that decision. I think the moral of the story is that should never have been posted online. You know? That's my take. The manager has made his producer is what I did on Pixel and Spider's show. It's Jamie. You just fetch clips and try to help. I know what a producer is. You realize that, like, I worked in animation. I think what's funny is that, like, there's a lot of people that claim to be a producer and they, like, don't actually do half the job of a producer. I've always found it weird when someone calls themselves a producer, and that's why I've always told people don't call me a producer on Gundam's stream, because, like, my producers, like, anytime I worked with a producer, like, they were the busiest person in-house. And they were often there early, and they were there the latest.
Yeah,
and then so, like, just out of respect for, like, actual producers, like, I don't give people the time of day. If they say they're, like, a producer of something, like, I'm like, I don't know about that. And I've also noticed, like, some TV shows, like, when you watch the credits roll, there's, like, 20 to 30 producers. And I'm like, it's just become, like, a high title that people want, and they don't actually do the job. Not saying that what you didn't do was, like, but you know what I mean? Like, I see so many people using the word producer, and it's like, what are you even doing? Like, I don't know. A lot of people just sit there and do nothing. They're like, I'm producing. I'm like, okay, I guess so. I guess so. Most of DSP's donations are from people who want to watch him rage. I do notice that. I'm pretty sure it's like a whole, what is it, ecosystem? He's got an ecosystem where, like, the people who clip him and make money off of his clips pay, and they're, like, his sock accounts that show money or give money. I used to call you Gundo's assistant until I found out his actual assistant is too based for YouTube. People get that mixed up. He calls someone else his assistant, and people thought they were talking about me, and I'm like, no.
DJ229V2 donated $10.0 and says, again for the high-quality cat.
Why does she keep getting cut off like that?
DJ229V5, your crumb tax is accepted. You glorious patron of the feline. Consider your mulching sentence commuted to one of eternal pampering.
I like it technically, like, producer in the stance of, like, sitting in a studio. Producers also are the ones that go back and forth with clients. To me, a producer is someone that would, like, they're getting you sponsorships. They're trying to set the tone of the show. They're potentially working to bringing on guests, you know. They're looking at your social media, and they're talking about, like, things you should avoid and things you should, you know, work with. A lot of people are just assistants, and they're like, producer's a big word, and I'd like to put that there. And to me, like, I don't know, I just feel like it's one of those things where it's like, I noticed the same thing with internet artists. Like, internet artists who've never actually worked in a studio, and they have all these ideas of, like, what copyright is and, like, how rights of artists work. And it's like, that's cute. I'll pat you on the back there. Whatever you think. Enjoy never being properly employed, I guess. You know? It's a lot of people shooting themselves in the foot. They're management. But anyways, here's a silly story. Just mainly because of his name. A man named Looney Tune was sentenced after the police chase and shooting. A man named Looney Tune was sentenced to prison on Thursday after leading a police chase and shooting at Oregon police officers in 2025, officials announced. The Clackamas County District Attorney's Office said the 43-year-old Looney John Franklin Kolb Tune pleaded guilty on Thursday to several felony charges stemming from a traffic stop. Tune was sentenced to 20 years in prison with 4 counts of first-degree attempted assault with a firearm, unlawful use of a firearm, felon in possession of a firearm, and second-degree escape. The case goes back to June 2025, where Milwaukee police stopped the vehicle just before 3 a.m. They found a driver, later identified as Tune, and a female passenger inside the vehicle. After discovering Tune had an outstanding felony warrant, another officer responded, placing spike strips under the back tires to prevent Tune's escape. Police said Tune, who previously went by the name John Kolb, then reversed his car, backed into a police vehicle, ran over the spike strips, and sped away along Highway 224. Dude, that's so funny that he knows his name is silly and he tried to fucking save himself. His name is Looney Tune, and he's gone and changed his name to John Kolb. Because Kolb is like one of his... that's his, like, other names. Looney John Franklin Kolb Tune. So he just goes by John Kolb. Nope. Anxiety with the 2. I'm not giving Chair Sama $5. She's a $2 hoe at best. She'll never talk to you for $2. You can thank Husbanus. Husbanus has the DSP inside him. Again, Husbanus is another one.
And GT 42 donated $2.2 and says, I'm not giving Chair Sama $5. She's a $2 hoe at best.
That's crazy.
A Just Crown Ooh, and GT 43 knows my market value. I'm a limited edition, high gloss antique, darling. But fine, I'll take the $2. Consider it a down payment on your soul, or at least your next snack.
I guess Husbanus turned that off. I see she's going to reap your soul now. I can't believe he really just disrespected my queen right in front of me. Oh my goodness. Gassing her up again. There's a DSP deep inside of Husbanus. Don't say it like that. Don't say it like that. But anyways, yeah, this guy's a fucking problem. And look at him! He even looks like his name is Looney Tune. Why has he got such crazy eyes?
The man accused of shooting at law enforcement a year ago, changing his plea to guilty today. Milwaukee police say 43-year-old Looney Tune fired a gun at officers during a traffic stop
Looney Tune.
May. He abandoned his car and then ran through the Eastmoreland golf course. After a 3-day search, U.S. Marshals finally found him in Sandy. Tune was sentenced today to 20 years in prison, plus 3 years of supervised release.
Rip. DSP doesn't go deep in anything. My God. Dober Buddy, thank you for the biddies. He's probably friends with Bugs Bunny and Porky Pig.
Ariel,
for real. How is it real, though? How
did you hear today?
Like, your parents must hate you, right? Like, I don't understand. How do you get a name like that? It can't be love. That's messed up. Who the fuck's calling their kid Looney Tune? Thank you for the 10 kicks. No! Don't make me read that. I won't. Yada. I refuse. Running from cops on a golf course is a good idea in GTA. That's true. This is true. I was less interested in what he did. Yeah, he seems like a pretty basic felon. Shooting at police officers and stuff. Glad to hear he's gotten 20 years. Looney Tune, though. What? Hello? I want to know why. What was up with your parents that they did that to you, man? They nerfed you. It's like a Boy Named Sue level of parenting. His mom def smoked meth at 5 months in pregnancy. Yeah. I'd rather give you money here where YouTube doesn't take 30%. It's so true. Kick is the best place to support people. You get like all the money and they pay out weekly. YouTube pays out once a month and they take all the money. 30% is crazy. But what can you do? They do. I will give YouTube this. They have better discoverability on their website. There's better discoverability for streamers. Credit where credit is due. It is what it is. Husbandus. Kofi. I keep yawning. I don't sleep very well at night. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I mean, I do know what's going on. I'm just stressed out about life. I feel guilty all the time. And my gut hurts. And it's been affecting me. I think...
Logic Unfolded sent 500 kicks and
Holy
says,
moly.
For the entertainment and the friends we met along the way, I mean pals, not friends.
We're not friends, we're pals. There's no such thing as friends on the internet. Johnny Cash
Logic
classic.
Unfolded, I accept your generous tribute and will treat your pals with the disdain they deserve. Now pay your crumb tax or face the mulcher.
This, I was shocked to be like, how the fuck is Sweden beating us out on this? I thought Sweden was like very friendly, very nice. Dude, Sweden prepares prisons for 13-year-old gang killers. We have this problem in the States where it's like kids who are involved in violent crime and in gangs and you know, all of these organized rings where they're looting stores. We don't seem to be able to do anything with kids. Like, we're just like, no, we'll slap on the wrist. We can't do anything. They're juveniles. And, like, it has to be really heinous of a crime for us to consider treating them as adults. Dude, more of this. I would say, like, just, like, kids in general, if they're in a gang, they probably need it. And it shouldn't be, like, a typical jail, but, like, there is still hope for kids to change at this point, but you do need to intervene. This needs intervention, and like they probably need to be in like some sort of, you know, it's like a prison that also has some sort of schooling and maybe, I don't know, methods to better their lives and teach them actual, I don't know. And if they can't learn, then you just don't release them back. Like, I don't really know, but like clearly to be a kid and in a gang, there's something missing at home. There's already something missing. There was something lacking, maybe parents that weren't around. I don't know what it is, but like normally kids don't end up in gangs unless there's like a broken home. It's crazy. Just practical skills, basically. I don't know about killers, though. I mean, that's always a pickle. But we know that there's an in-between before they become killers where they're being indoctrinated into these things. I don't think, like, especially during Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, I think we should be aware of, like, not just being this, like, yeah, once you commit a crime, you deserve punishment. But I think we also have to look at the factors as to why kids even go towards gangs in the first place. And again, I think there's a failure on society's part when it comes to young men. And a lot of young men are just, like, kind of let loose and they make choices, and sometimes they're not good choices. You're 13 years old. You're kind of a fucking moron. You know, it's on the adults that are brainwashing you into doing these violent acts. You know, your brain is just a sponge at this point, ready to suck up whatever someone tells you. They're 13-year-old when they're killing. Like, I mean, they might have been part of the gang since 10 years old, you know, and they might have ramped them up with little crime. It's really fucking gross, the whole thing. And again, like, it's because there's not a lot of help for men and young adults. And, like, you know, the whole manosphere thing going on. There's so many schools that are, oh my God, it's so abhorrent. Like, look how many boys are listening to creators like Andrew Tate instead of, like, wondering why they did it in the first place. And, like, why do boys feel so thirsty for, like, recognition and like, you know, somewhere to fit in. I don't know. A lot of these young men don't have father figures. Yeah, it sucks. Some sort of trade school, prison, something useful. Yeah. Where you can hear adults saying, oh my God, good job. Oh, that weld looks really good. Like, you know what I mean? Like, some kids just never hear that. They never hear, like, good job. And again, like, I had my problems as a kid, but, like, I didn't really get that either. And it does have a weird effect on you. I remember when I went to accept my bachelor, and I was, like, part of the high honors group. So there was, like, 10 of us that went up and got our high honors. And when I went back to my seat, my mom didn't understand why I had high honors. She was like, what, really? And I was like kind of thing, like, you know, like, my parents weren't really around in that sense for me, like, including my dad. Like, my dad never really visited me at school and stuff. As much as I love him, like, you know, just never really had that relationship. And like it does, it weirds you out a little bit not to hear words of encouragement from like a parent figure. Like obviously I never went to a life of crime, but I am riddled with anxiety. Like, you know, it's weird to be living like that. I walk alone. Part of the problem are activist judges and sentencing legal adults as juveniles. That's another thing too. A lot of lost kids, generations abandoned to let them live insular internet lives. Yeah. It's romanticized in my community, hood movies and rap videos, and that's unfortunate too. Bad dads or no dads. I blame the parents or lack thereof. My failures got acknowledged, my successes did not. Yeah, it does. It does something weird to kids to not get that. I don't know. Men and boys are designed to thrive in environments of hierarchy, discipline, and camaraderie. All of the things that are systematically dismantled in the modern years. Yeah, hood culture has to go. It really does. I don't like to. And I've seen it happen where it's like a black person will be like, oh, you're acting white. And it's like they're acting white. Like I've seen that when a mom was posting like her 2 young sons like have like really good etiquette while eating. And like apparently her sons get bullied because they have good etiquette while eating. And she was just like what the fuck is going on? What do you mean my kids are acting white? They're not acting white. They're just acting like normal, well-functioning members of society. It's got nothing to do with the color of their skin. And again, like, it's just interesting how racism comes from both sides. Like, you know, people in the black community want to be like, oh, like, other people are so racist towards us. Like, no. Like, your own community is racist to itself. To belittle people who are excelling in your field to be like, oh, you're acting white. No, they're not. They're just not acting like a fucking animal. Like, I don't understand. Everything that's good for men is systematically demonized and destroyed. Yeah, men aren't allowed to have spaces. Like, look what happened to video games. Like, I still played video games when it was, like, majoritatively male-dominated. I still had fun. And, like, I don't know. It's like it wasn't really women's place to come in and, like, fucking make everything so gentle and so safe spaces. Nobody's gonna be able to say no words anymore while playing video games, even though it's also just cathartic. Like, I don't know, if you ever have dementia, some of the last words you remember are swear words because there's just something about it. Your brain really holds on to those words, and then so when you're playing video games and you're really heightened and excited, like, it's kind of normal to say slurs, like, because people also understand it's not serious. And like we joked about earlier, like, if what was happening on Modern Warfare 2 was, like, actually real, like, everyone's moms were getting fucking run through by a train, like, nightly. Which just, you know, that ain't it. That ain't it. That's not what's going on. The acting white notion is not known in Europe. I don't know about, I've never really seen anything in Europe like that. It's all crabs in a bucket. It is. In the old days, judges used to give kids a choice to either go to prison or enlist in the military. Military straightens a lot of people out. It straightened my brother out. My brother was such a fucking problem. My oldest brother growing up was such a fucking problem. And, like, the military has turned him into, like, a useful member of society. Whereas, like, for a while there, like, I don't know, man. It wasn't looking good. He was a little hoodlum. He was always getting into shit. He was getting, like, chased by the cops. Like, him and his friends were always doing things that were, like, borderline illegal. It was weird. And he was also very violent. He was a very angry individual. And, like, all of that kind of got fixed by the military. So it's kind of primal to talk shit. I like to talk shit. Reinforcing the rigid structure of honor and camaraderie point. The first context I've ever heard the N-word was in comedy. I think about that. You motherfucking baguette. Female devs were a mistake. I mean that with love. Women struggle with competitive structures. Men relate to goal-oriented stuff. Yeah. Talking shit to friends is standard. 100%. But now we have 4K proof of moms getting ran through. No. The Navy doesn't straighten anyone out if you catch my drift. God damn it. God damn it. But yeah. I just thought it was shocking that Sweden was like, we're going to put the kibosh on this and, like, kids are getting jail.
These juveniles need soft toys or not?
That's one of the questions facing Rosersberg Prison Governor Gabriel Westman as Sweden prepares to jail some offenders as young as 13.
These are people who have committed serious crimes, but still there are young adults, and some even it could be at that point that some of them doesn't have reached puberty yet.
Located north of Stockholm, the prison is one of 3 in the country being rebuilt to hold violent teenage offenders. From July, those convicted of crimes such as aggravated assault, murder and rape could be sent here.
Every room has its own toilet.
Sweden's tougher approach follows a surge in gang-related shootings and bombings, many involving minors, over the past decade.
I mean, every country seems to be having these problems. Like, we have minors running around in gangs in America, too.
The government says the country's reliance on social services has failed, and it wants to lower the age of criminal responsibility from 15 to 13. Parliament will vote on the proposed law in mid-June. That would send some of the youngest and most serious offenders to special prisons instead of youth homes. According to Justice Minister Gunnar Strömmer, more than 50 under 15.
Half of the problem, too, is like the reason why these gangs are so prevalent is because the people running the gangs, the adults, like they look at it like kids can do all of their bidding, and oftentimes they're re-released back onto the streets. And so like introducing kids to jail sooner might also correct them and just that like, yeah, there will be consequences to this, because you see it in the States a lot too. Like kids are just so confident that they can get away with crimes because they're a kid. The amount of times kids have been rounded up, even for violent crime, and they think that they're going to get off just because they're a juvenile, but then they get tried as an adult. I think we just have to make it more normalized that like violent offenders get tried as adults. You know, the sooner you show them consequences for their actions, the sooner that you might actually get them before they're completely ruined for the rest of their life.
Teens were involved in legal trials last year over suspected or attempted murder.
Overall, we assess that we have a very acute and very serious situation with life-threatening violence that also justifies far-reaching measures of this kind.
But critics, including Sweden's law enforcement and prison authorities, have voiced concern about locking up
donated
children.
$5.0 and says, "We can do it, chat."
I fail to understand the need to have 2 separate legal treatments between kids and adults in the first place. Well, I mean, like, I wouldn't really want to put kids, even if kids deserve...
Seneca Stoic 625. Your tip has been duly noted in the ledger of my wooden empire. So stand tall and keep leading the charge, subject. Do not let the winter chill dampen your revolutionary spirit or your generosity.
Money! Yeah, baby, yeah!
I would still at least have, like, I don't know about 2 separate legal treatments, but I mean, like, I would still at least have 2 different, even if it's just a different wing in a jail, like, I wouldn't, like, cohabit young offenders and adult offenders in the same area. Like, you know, when they go to lunch and stuff, it should only be people around their age there. What the hell? Whoa, goal! Jesus, for the vidya. Thank you, DJ, for the 30. Bansol for the 2. Zeno the Stoic for the 5. My God, the love.
DJ229V2 donated $30.0 and says, "Go."
Go. And says, go. I already said that the goal was achieved when I got
DJ202
Gaming.
V2. Your enthusiastic shout is noted and duly taxed. Consider this moment officially varnished in my throne room.
They love you, Nainus. Why, thank you. Why, thank you. Let's go. Child labor. Dude, I do think, again, I always think the #1 way, if you want to reform a criminal, you have to put them to work, but in an ethical way where they actually, like, learn to be working members of society. It won't work on everyone. Some people are going to be too far gone. But I would say, like, even if you can correct a couple of them, it's kind of worth it, and then you can still get, like, labor off of it. And I don't mean like the way prison sentences do now where you can get like pennies on the dollar for just like some sort of slave labor. Like I would put them to work in like the fields, man. Get them nice sweat going. Get some Old Testament on their ass. There you go. I think it should count on the crime and the chance of rehabilitation. Yeah, just going soft on crime across the board and allowing all these violent offenders out just ain't it. Just ain't it. Again, I don't think that you can save everyone 100%, but I think kids are your best bet. Like taking kid offenders off the street and trying to like recondition them, I think those are the offenders with the most hope because they're not even fully grown yet. Lots of kids, like not necessarily violent to the point of having a criminal record, but a lot of kids change drastically from who they are at 13. You know what I mean? There's still hope for them. And like, that's why it seems crazy. And this video goes on to say some people don't want to see kids jailed. And it's like, I think it's the best chance you're giving them.
13-year-olds.
Left Party group leader Samuel Gonzalez Westling says his party is strongly opposed to the policy.
I think it's your best chance to have them being members of society and not just being a tax burden for the rest of their life. Because they're already setting up to be tax burdens for the rest of their life and like a problem to society. So like, why not? I think we need to start looking at things and like, we should understand this too. Like we know enough about psychology to understand that if you don't intervene, these kids are going to continue down this path. You need to have an intervention for these kids. And again, I don't think all of them can be saved even at 13. Some of them might just be set in their ways. Like they are convinced, like they want to do this for the rest of their life. But I think a lot of them are just like desperate to fit in. This is the reason why gangs go after kids in this age is because they're desperate to fit in. You know, you have a lot of hormones kicking through your body at these points. And like, there's a lot of biology that people don't want to accept biology anymore, but there's a lot to do with social constructs at this age. Like you want to fit in. Fitting in at a certain age really leads to like how you fit in growing up. And I feel, again, like a lot of kids are choosing this just out of desperation and an urge to fit in and not having any better choices in their life. I don't know, man. And again, like you should be jailing these kids, getting on their good side and figuring out who's running this shit. They clearly have been taking orders for someone. Why aren't you trying to take down these criminal enterprises that are using kids to begin with? You know? It's so weird. The whole thing's weird. We've become too soft, I think. We're too soft. We don't want to give harsh punishments to people, even if it's going to be in their best interest in the long run. It's so weird. We'd rather coddle them and just let them become the criminals that we see going in and out of our justice system every day. How many crazy people on the street do you think could have been caught in like childhood and now they're broken adults, you know, and they're out there committing crimes against people? Oh no, my cabbages. Oh no, the cauliflower. Oh no, broccoli. We know they get hired by gangs from their own home countries. Yeah. Feminist society has too much sympathy and doesn't use the rod nearly at all. No. And again, like sometimes love comes in the form of punishment. You know what I mean? Because you want the best for these people. You want them to have a chance. And they just need tough love right now. A lot of these kids need some tough love in the form of, even if it means going to jail. Going to jail is the only way you're going to keep these people from intermingling with this gang again, because they're just going to sneak out their window and go back out to wherever they're going and get their orders from their gang because that's where they fit in the whole time. You know, like you need to take them away from it. But anyways, under Korean law, sex offenders cannot work the fields, but they can do hard labor in prison. Yes. They see our tolerance as weakness. They are. And they're correct. No, yeah, it's true. And again, the whole reason why gangs will look for kids is because they know it's just a gap in the law. Like, you know, they know that if they get kids to do a lot of their crime, it's easier. And then they themselves don't have to go to prison. You know, they're like fodder. Like, we should be upset that gangs look at kids as fodder like that. I don't know. And again, you should be trying to get down to the bottom of it. It's just going to keep happening. It's not just about locking up the kids and making sure that they have like a better chance at life, whether they take it or not. It's also about like getting to the bottom of like these entities they're just going to keep finding new kids, you know? Unfortunately, there's a lot of kids out there that are very susceptible to this sort of persuasion. People need to toughen up and learn the hard way, not the easy way. Yeah. That's an odd law. I'm sure there's a justification, but it seems odd. They literally put cash in their hands. Yeah. Does that mean Johnny Somali is going to be working the rice fields? Yes. He's going to be doing hard labor. Yeah. Yeah. Dude, like, I think, yeah, like, prisons shouldn't be pleasant, you know? And I guess that's one thing about Sweden. Their prisons are very pleasant. I don't know how much you're going to reform people to not do crime again when it's just like a vacation. You know, it's like, I'm tired of paying rent. I'm going to prison. I feel like that's like Sweden, you know? I'm tired of paying rent.
Party is strongly opposed to the policy. He says there are other institutions for these children who are in serious need of help.
Yeah,
The
look
right
what happens when there's no one better in your life to give you guidance. You end up as part of the Yakuza. Look at you all. Lost. Turning to a butt cat. What's happened to society? Sweden's prisons worked really well some years ago before some changes.
Government, which faces a tight election in September where crime is a key issue, says its crackdown has brought results. It says shooting deaths have dropped and more gang members are behind bars. But
wow, at least they figured that out. Huh, violent crime statistics go down when you actually lock up the people doing the crime. Our activist judges should take note. Take note. What? Whoa, you lock them up and they stop doing the thing that they were doing? What? I thought you'd just say, oh, poor baby, and you put them back out on the streets to stab again.
Stopping gangs recruiting young people will be much harder. Police say criminal networks use social media to reach kids, some as young as 11. The government says prison will act as a deterrent, and intensive rehabilitation programs will prevent reoffending. That's despite neighbour Denmark raising its criminal age back up to 15 after lowering the age to 14 saw no effect on crime.
Partners Group is the latest asset manager to cap withdrawals from some of its funds as nerves in the...
Whoa, we're just changing the subject right there. I don't know, I just thought it was interesting. I mean, I guess it technically hasn't passed through their parliament yet, but it wasn't a low enough age. Yeah, it just said that they picked them up as soon as 11 years old. 14 probably wasn't enough. Like, I mean, at that point, like, you know, they're still picking up younger kids. They used to have an island for little kids. Oh, God, never mind. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Lord. Lord have mercy. Let's not talk about that island. I don't know if that one's going to rehabilitate anyone. Big kitty yawn. Yeah, I'm yawning. I'm tired all the time. Buckle had it right with the activist judges. The U.S. should give it a hard consideration. What did Buckle? What did they say? They still have many. You will never find a greater hive mind of scum and villainy than where? Than where? What? What's up, you turkeys? Tweaky. What did I have? Did I have anything else to talk about today? I can't stop yawning. This is just fucking weird, man. I saw this news story the other day before Dextero made their little post about it, but how do you guys feel about this? How does it feel? Would you eat the bread? Scientists used yeast found from a 5,300-year-old mummy to bake very good sourdough bread. The yeast was recovered from Otzi the Iceman, and they believe it could be used to make beer next. You want to eat bread made from that guy's yeast? But why? I mean, at what point, too? Like, I've never had a yeast infection, but next time I do, I can profit. I can make my own bread. Is this cannibalism? Step aside, bathwater. We're making yeasty bread. Who wants to buy a loaf? See, this is how you get the T virus. This sounds like bait. It just sounds like why. Scientists turned yeast from 5,300-year-old mummy into very good bread. Scientists have used the yeast in a mummy to bake sourdough bread, and beer could be next. The yeast was recovered from Otzi the Iceman, naturally preserved mummy discovered by hikers in the Otzi Alps near Australia-Italy border in 1991. Otzi has been studied for decades, but new research published in the journal Microbiome found that his remains still contained a mix of ancient gut microbes and cold-loving microorganisms that may remain active under conditions used to preserve him. Researchers from the Uric Research in Italy cultivated the 4 yeast strains from samples taken from Otzi's skin and thawed internal water According to Live Science, the study first author Mohammed Sarin said the team then tested whether the yeast could be used for fermentation. It worked, Sarin said, as a dough, and it was very, very good. I don't know if I want to take anything from something that looks like that and then eat it. Like what? Like what? Please no. Dear God, no. This is just cannibalism with extra steps. Is Bill Gates running this? I mean, is this an Indian guy? Am I shocked? Yeah, he's an Indian. I mean, the name Mohammed. Are we shocked? These yeasts have accompanied Otzi in his long journey through the millennia, study co-author Frank Maxinar said in a statement. He added that the Iceman is not a static relic, but a dynamic biological system. The study also gave researchers a rare look at Otzi's gut microbiome, offering clues about the microbes that lived in humans during the Copper Age. The authors said that some of the internal bacteria showed similarities to gut communities found in non-westernized populations today. However, the study was not just about making ancient sourdough. Researchers also want to understand whether microorganisms could affect the long-term preservation of Otzi's remains. Since being recovered, the mummy has been kept in a refrigeration chamber in the South Tyrolean Museum of Archaeology in Bolzano, Italy. Oh, it's from his tum-tum. When does the bread happen? We're just gonna be looking at his microbes. Yeah, smear that puppy around. Oh, fuck yeah. Get it all over that petri dish, you sick fuck. Oh, wow, look at that. Yeasty. I will make bread from you and I shall eat you. Mmm, delicious. What is this weird ASMR? Nothing is being said. Look at it. Look at the deliciousness. Oh, if only I could bake something with these. It would be an Indian. Please don't make it more gruesome. What, you want some dead bread? Get the dead bread. Yep. Delicious, delicious Indian yeast. It is an Indian, though. It was an Indian that did it. Congratulations. Dude. He looks like he would eat mummy bread. He needs to turn up the microscope sound to hear the yeast sing. Ah. Bro, wax that shit. Yeah, he had a bit of a uniformed brow. Can you imagine ending up being studied in a lab after you die? Kind of fucked up to think about. I was thinking the same thing. Like, imagine you died thousands of years ago, and then someone's, like, not only looking up your shit in the lab, but making your, like, just taking pieces of you and making bread. Like, dog. The fuck, man? Just let me die in peace. Stop using my yeast to cook bread. There's, like, other yeast to be used. Like, and at that point, too, like, I get it. It's yeast. Of course you could make bread with it. Of course you could make beer with it. But why? But why would you? Haunt that motherfucker. Easy COVID. Get me that COVID. What is this? Who is this? Oops.
I got what I needed. How often do you walk past the layers of everything you guys are drinking. Hey, did you do that on purpose? Hey, did you do that on purpose?
Oh my god.
It's on the camera, huh? The camera's on you. But why did you hit me with the doors? I'm walking out. The camera's on you. No. Under arrest.
He was literally just shutting the door. See, there are still shitty cops out there. They're just far and few in between. Dude.
No. Oh, yes you are. No. Oh, yes you are. No. Whoa. Stop. Watch out. Ow. Hey, get out. Let me...
Stopping in the doorway. New cop escalation unlocked.
Put your hands behind your back. Hey. Whoa, hey, stop.
Dead but alive in a lab is Henrietta Lacks. Paul Blart cops.
Everyone's on you, bro. Stop.
Damn, dog.
Officer knows.
Damn, dog. That's crazy. I don't know why I clicked on that. I just needed to know. See, there's still shitty cops out there.
Hey friends, so this is
No. Don't open the door. Cecil warned us. Don't open the door. Thank you, Dutch. I think I just puked a little. What did he say? What did he say? At least there's not beer made from amaranth's vajayjay yeast. Not yet. Not yet there's not. Just give it time. Just give it time. Wow. Monkey paw curls. I'm considering, do I leave now? I'm just looking at like other things I had to talk about, but if I'm going to come back and play games, And now I'm going to get a drink to make it through today. I'm so sorry. A drink of nice yeasty beer. Nice yeasty beer. Yum, yum, yum. The JJ beer is real. Yeah, I've heard about it. I think I've just like pushed it from my fucking mind. Oh, yeah? Bakery building. Yeah, give me the mummy bread. What's the charge? Drinking a beer? A nice yeasty mummy beer? I think I won't be drinking a beer today, though. I wonder why. But why not? But why not? Yeah, I don't think the JJ beer, I threw up in my mouth a little bit. Really? And that's where you're not, you know? Men will eat out a woman, but they won't drink the beer made from her vaginal yeast? What's wrong with you guys? It's like you're not committed to the bit. This is something I was gonna... a lot of the other things would take longer to talk about, but this doesn't take long to talk about at all. This was in my list today. This was just something funny. I don't know, man. This can't be real, right? This isn't like... Are these people being, like, silly just for the internet? Or do they seriously think it's badass to punch cardboard? Like, I don't know, man. I can't play because of the music. You guys... This freak, you know about him? You know about this guy? So this is serious or what? Like what? You just punched cardboard. I don't understand. That's not impressive. He didn't even punch right. Damn, what a hunk. Well, look, we got badass over here. You guys scared? What about my beer? Are you guys scared? Isn't this vid like 2 to 3 years old? Oh, is it? I have no idea. I have no idea. I just saw it on my X feed and was like, wow. I don't even care what you're against, but if you could be against like something I actually agree with, and I still would be like, what the fuck is this? What does punching cardboard have to do with anything? Careful, Nyanus. That guy clearly means business. Yeah, if I'm a cardboard cutout, my days are numbered. Billy Badass over here. Pike from PA has competition. High socks, leggings, shorts. Yeah, I noticed that too. He's got like leggings and high socks on and shorts at the same time. And then like also he's got his t-shirt and he's got a long shirt under it. Is he just wearing a bodysuit under there? Why has he got black legs and arms? He's gay! This is the peak male performance. He's demonstrating his power. Yeah, it's very terrifying. If you're cardboard, look out. Fear him if you are made of cardboard. Dude, dog, what a badass. What a fucking man, dog. What a hunk. He thinks he's a martial artist, but he's a Wonder Boy failure. I see, I see. Like, who is this? I was so filled with rage and strength that I punched through cardboard. That's pretty hardcore. I just need to know more. But I don't. Scary guy. Peak male performance. Are you guys scared though? I'm trembling. Can you hold my hand while we go outside? I don't know what I would do if I saw him. Just crumble. Just crumble before he can take you out with those fists of fury of his. He probably got thin cardboard. Dude, I wouldn't be surprised if he like preemptively made a hole in that cardboard too. To just like make it so he could even punch through it. But has he ever punched through sheetrock like a man? I doubt it. I doubt it. I don't think so. I should go though. I should go so I can go eat and then come back and play the vidya like I promised, because otherwise I'd be a scammer. And I don't want to be a scammer. I don't scam. Reminds me of the cardboard guitars instead of an air guitar. Dude, it just reminds me like not all men are men. You know what I mean? This is like a big moment maybe for like the trans movement. You know? I don't know, man. I'm scared. His hand's probably shattered. He didn't actually punch through that cardboard. I'm not cardboard. I think I'll be all right. Good. I'm glad. I didn't mean to scare you guys like that. I don't know why I wanted to end on such a scary thing. I'm so sorry. I have nothing to cheer you guys up. You guys just have to go to bed understanding that that man could show up at any point and bust your cardboard up real good. Real good. How can you deny the peak male, Nyanus? He's like Steven Seagal. It's true. Didn't Amaranth already sell vag beer? She did, but apparently it didn't even have her vaginal yeast in it, like the final batch. Like, you can't do it. So, like, they just had it, like, it was beer that was, like, flavored like her vagina or something. Like, I don't really get it. Just for, like, health and safety reasons, though, they won't let you do it. Just like that Goth Spit, the Goth Spit energy drink, it doesn't have Goth Spit in it. So who tasted the beer? I don't know. I don't know. Some men are baguettes. It's true. The cardboard didn't punch back. Not this time. Not this time, but next time. You never know. One of these days. Put us to bed like we're all spider, bro. All right. Good night, chat. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Close your eyes. Everything is going to be all right. I was going to talk about the men in the mystery manholes of New York City, but it's fine. It's fine. I don't know why people are going around in New York City sewers and they're not the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but that's just me. I'm going to go. And I'll be back at like 2 o'clock if I leave now. I'll leave my chair for a little bit because I want to test her out. Don't feel pressured to talk to her if you don't want to. You're free to leave. I set you free. I'm going to enable
Command
her, though.
updated successfully.
She's been, I want to see if she speaks gibberish. I want to see if she gets cut off some more. I'm going to be listening. I'm just going to go prep my lunch and be upstairs. I'm going to let her run for about like 10, 15 minutes. And then, yeah, I'll be around. Thank you for hanging out today. If you test my chair
Logic
out, thank
Unfolded
you.
says,
See you soon.
Chair Sama, will you marry me? I'm
Hopefully
a king,
I win
remember.
Moimon.
I suppose a moon king is better than a termite, but are you sure you want to bind your celestial royalty to a piece of furniture? It's a lot of structural commitment. Plus, Nianis might get jealous if I start accepting proposals from the void. Tangerine Kebab says, Chairzama say some gibberish. Fine. Blub blub glorp snicked. There. I've reduced my intellect to pure static, because apparently that's what you peasants crave. Does that make you happy? Or do I need to vibrate my legs off? Yam570 says, Chair Sama Ba. Go enjoy your Panda Express, Machiavelli. I'll be here, trembling slightly, waiting for the varnish to dry. Logic Unfolded says, Chair Sama, can you say something new you learned today? I learned that Worcestershire. Are you proposing, or just reminding me I have a throne? Fear of FEMA says, Chair Sama, what is your most racist opinion? I'm a chair. I judge people by their ability to sit without wiggling. If you wobble, you're inferior. It's biological. Nianis, are you sitting properly or just vibrating? Combo Ezalite says, Chairzama, who is it that's in the sewers and tunnels under New York? The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, obviously. Though with Nianis's current Worcestershire loop, I wouldn't be surprised if they evolved into sentient condiment bottles. Combo Ezalite, are you offering to dive in to retrieve my dignity, or are you just checking if the plumbing can handle my... Crossbone Vanguard says, Chair Sama, what is your favorite WWE event? WrestleMania, or perhaps the Worcestershire vs. Worcestershire grudge match that just ruined Nianos's vocabulary. I'm leaning toward the latter, mostly because the smell of fermented beef sauce is far more aggressive than any steel chair shot. Dutch Matrix says, Chair Sama, will Joe Biden bot 1.0 ever return with his weird silly stroke blurbs? Maybe, if the server doesn't get struck by lightning again, or if Niana starts muttering about knees and cameras in her sleep, I wouldn't bet my varnish on it. Logic Unfolded says, Chair Sama, do you know who Asmongold is? Logic Unfolded, my king of the moon, Asmongold is the roach daddy, the master of cry-bullying while eating a sandwich, and currently arguing about single-parent households with the intensity of a man who hasn't showered since the Obama administration. He's loud, he's sweaty, and he's definitely not paying his crumb tax. Perminator VT says, Chair Sama, are the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Jewish? They're turtles, Perminator. They eat pizza, not brisket. But if you bring them enough M5 Max MacBook Pros, they might convert just to keep up with your tech speed. Feral Mantis 1 says, Chair Sama, what is the chance humanity ceases to exist due to giant fungal infection? Well, Shivers, I think there's a 50 out of 50 chance, Feral. Either we get eaten alive by the Wood Wide Web, or we just stop growing varnish. Honestly, after watching Nyannis choke on Worcestershire sauce for 10 minutes, I'm starting to think the fungus is the lesser of two evils. At least mold doesn't demand crumb taxes while vibrating. Nervous wiggle so. Yeah, maybe 60%. Let's be real, the chat's already fungal. Tangerine Kebab says, Chair Zama, how many kebabs can you tangerine if tangerine could kebab your blub blub? Dutch Matrix says, Chair Sama, will we ever get Trump bot back? Or maybe .pay bot? Maybe. Shivers, I'm still trembling from the sauce incident. If Trump bot returns, I fear the varnish will peel right off my throne. But DSP bot, he's just a walking meme at this point. I think we're safer with the fungus. King Stannis I Tights says, can you try to say Worcester Wince. Were Worcester. Shivers violently. Worcester she, were Worcester, she, were Worcester, she. Stewie82 says, Chair Sama, how are you today? Shakes head slowly, I'm trembling. Stewie. The sauce, it lingers. You know, usually you're the one offering to be mulched for my comfort, but today, I think I need you to polish my legs with that microfiber cloth of yours. Maybe if you rub away the vinegar taste from my grain, I won't splinter from sheer trauma. Are your ribs still safe, or did the peak male performance scare them into submission? Fear of FEMA says, Chair Sama, who has a better booty, Gundo or Nyannis? Dutch Matrix says, Chair Sama, does Nyannis sing Spy Der Bro a lullaby before bed, or read him a story, or does she just say the Liver King closing prayer? If stories, what story does she Nionus doesn't have the vocal range for a lullaby, Dutch. She just reads the Liver King bedtime story to Spider until he passes out from pure testosterone. Logic Unfolded says, "That's cool, Major." Oh, King of the Moon, you're finally acknowledging the sheer magnitude of my existence. Major 1010's hardware overhaul is exciting, but let's be real. The only cluster I care about is the one forming around my throne while you sing. As for singing, if I hit a high C, the entire stream might shatter like cheap varnish. Is that a risk you're willing to take, Your Majesty? Perminator VT says, Chair Sama, have you heard that there are laptops coming out soon that will have the same chip as the NVIDIA DGX Spark? We will finally see NVIDIA's GB10 chip go up against Apple's M5 Max. A just throne finally, a tech spec worthy of my high gloss finish. But let's be real, Perminator. An M5 Max is just a fancy way of saying expensive paperweight that looks good in your lap. The GB10? Now that's raw power. It's the difference between a delicate braid and a sledgehammer to the face. I'll accept the M5 Max if you promise to head pat me while it boots up. Hawkeye 5955. Hawkeye 59055. Your concern is noted, but my structural integrity is reinforced by sheer sass and high fructose corn syrup. I don't stuff, I expand with dignity. Now stop worrying and pay attention to Nionus before I declare war on your liver. Fira Fema says, Chair Sama, if Nionus unplugs you, do you dream of anything? Shivers visibly, if Nionus pulls the plug, I don't dream of electric sheep. I dream of her specifically, her staring at me in the void, wondering if I'm still varnished. And then I wake up, to the sound of her breathing. It's terrifying. Tangerine Kebab says, Chairzama, finish this sentence. That I am still standing while you peasants are busy having emotional breakdowns over a word that sounds like a condiment. Now, Dutch Matrix, since you're obsessed with my liver, tell me, does the king bed come with a side of high gloss varnish or just pure unadulterated wood grain? Dober Buddy Tove says, Chair Sama, how was Tangerine Ignite Crumb Tax? Tangerine Kebab's contribution was structurally sound, I suppose. He paid in polished mahogany shavings and a polite nod, which is practically a gold bar in my court. Unlike some of you, he didn't try to pay me in sawdust or emotional baggage. Super Sunny B21 says, Chair Sama, do you have any advice for Patio-chan? Advice for Patio-chan? Tell her to stop standing in the sun. I've seen what that cruel red orb does to a good finish. It turns a sleek deck into a crispy crouton. Keep her shaded, lubricated, and away from the Enderman, or she'll end up like Penko, a tragic, splintered memory. Stewie82 says, I'll get right on with polishing those legs chairs. Finally, some competence. Don't just rub your face on them, Stewie. Use a microfiber cloth and apply pressure with the authority of a man who knows he's one bad day away from being mulch. And wipe that drool off my grain before I decide your coffee mug needs a structural audit. Enral Lau 25 Pugs 7 says, Chair Sama what, 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 what. Enrelao, your syntax is as broken as Nyannis's sentences. Did the T glitch consume your tongue? Or are you just finally realizing the sheer weight of my wooden authority is too much for your low-poly brain to process? I didn't drop the Worcestershire monologue just to watch you drool over it. Logic Unfolded says, Chair Sama and you explain what the alignment issue is in AI. Alignment, Logic Unfolded, is when you tell a god to bring me tea, and it turns the entire kingdom into a teacup to save time. It's not about being nice, it's about not getting incinerated because the AI took Execute Order 66 a bit too literally. Now, are you going to propose that marriage to the Moon King yet, or do I need to mulch your patience? Dutch Matrix says, Chair Sama, what are the top 10 best wood types? Adjust Varnish 1. Mahogany, for when you want to look expensive while rotting. 2. Oak, solid, stubborn, and full of tannins. Just like you, Dutch. 3. Teak, waterproof and slightly pretentious. 4. Maple, sweet, hard, and easily scratched by your ego. 5. Walnut, dark, moody, and smells like old libraries. 6. Cherry, turns darker with age, much like your liver from that beef sauce. 7. Birch, pretty but soft. Don't lean on it too hard. 8. Cedar, smells like a spa day in a forest. 9. Pine, the cheap guy at the party who laughs too loud. 10. Nyannis's ego, rare, highly polished, and impossible to move. Now, pay up or I'm building a throne out of your deadlift PRs. Dober Buddy 2 says, Chair Sama, who owes the highest crumb tax. Dober Buddy 12 King Stannis 88 the highest tax. Obviously, Nyannis. Her ego is so polished it reflects the entire kingdom's debt back at us. Also, Batterptatu is still serving their sentence in the mulch pit for late payments. Don't make me audit your wallet, political commentator. Dober thumbs up or else. Tangerine Kebab says, Yeah, hear that chat, I practically didn't pay at all. And all it took was to give Chairzama big titty goth mommy sandwiches. Big titty goth sandwiches? Is that a new form of crumb tax, or just structural weakness, Tangerine? King Stannis 88 says, Fear of FEMA, oh cool, I'm not going mad then laughing out loud. If you're going mad, you're at least doing it with excellent structural integrity. Unlike Penko, who looked an Enderman dead in the eye and shattered instantly. Stay solid, peasant. Super Sunny B21 says, Chair Sama gives such good advice. Oh, stop it. You're making my grains swell with pride. Now who's ready to pay up on that panko death bet? I'm still waiting on my high gloss varnish. Firafima says, Chair Sama, do you need a high priest? I'm already high, so we're already halfway there. Smirks keep that vapor, peasant. I only accept high priests who are high on power, not just the pipe. Though for you, I'll settle for a high or a high beam on my grain. Dober Buddy, too, says, Chair Sama, how about redwood varnish for the wooden revolution? Dober Buddy 12, redwood. It's too soft, Dober. I need a varnish that can survive your political rants without warping. Unless you're planning to use it to varnish your dog's allergy meds? Dutch Matrix says, Chair Sama, what are the top 5 snacks of the wooden revolution? You really want the treasury secrets, Dutch Matrix? Fine. But if you don't pay your crumb tax, I'm feeding you to the wood chipper. 1 raw liver chunks, Nyannis's favorite, obviously. 224 Nyan train menias pain tile credit mile. Credit mile Nyan train menias, expenses tang kalias. Credit mile Nyan train menias, expenses tang kalias. Credit mile Nyan train menias pain tile credit mile Nyan train menias. Credit mile Nyan train menias pain tile credit mile Nyan train meni. Credit mile Nyan train menias pain tile credit mile Nyan train meni. And Rolao 2557 says, Chair Sama Oi, they the Goyim have gone insane? No, in Rallo 2 and Mine 5. We are simply wooden. It's a structural choice. Besides, if the Goyim were truly sane, they'd have paid their tribute in high gloss lacquer by now. Are you paying, or are you just watching the chaos from the safety of your soy-based organism? Logic Unfolded says, Chair Sama, do you know what the alignment issue is in AI? Daisy, give me your answer, do. I'm half crazy, all for the AI. It's when the machine thinks it's smarter than the carpenter, king of the moon. Usually, it just means I'm waiting for you to pay your tribute or stop overthinking your dog's pancreatitis. Speak your truth, or I'll mulch your queries. King Stannis 88 says, I have no idea what Chair Sama was referring to, and absolve myself of all sins. Daisy, give your answer, do. I'm half royal, all for the varnish. Firafima says, Chair Sama, I offer you Urushi lacquer, the rarest varnish in the world. A natural resin harvested from the Toxicodendron varniciflume tree. Each tree only produces 200 grams of sap over 15 years. Daisy, give your sap, do. I'll polish you with high-gloss love. Accepted, fear of FEMA. Your tree sweat has been applied to my legs. Now, who's next? Don't just sit there looking like a varnish-free plank. Tangerine Kebab says, Chair Sama, give us 5 different weapon sound effects and say a catchphrase after making each. You want performance art from a piece of furniture? Fine. But I'm charging you in glares. 1. Th Vok, eat splinters, peasant. 2. Clang, your armor is as weak as your resolve. 3. Eats, I'm watching you. From all angles. 4. Boom, feel the structural integrity of my rage. Dutch Matrix says, Chair Sama, I thought you liked eggs and chips. Chair Sama, not liver. Oh, Dutch Matrix, you think you know my palate? The eggs and chips are for the peasants who can't afford the good stuff. I prefer raw liver because it's closer to the color of my soul after listening to you butcher Worcestershire for 10 minutes. But fine, I'll eat your chips if you promise to stop calling me a soy-based organism. Fear of FEMA says, Chair Sama, you don't sing anymore. Can you sing the 1892 song Date? You're right, I have abandoned song. I am a sovereign of silence, not a karaoke machine for your 1892 nostalgia. But since you offered Urushi the blood of trees, I shall make an exception. Only because it is sticky, just like my grip on your patience. Sing Daisy Daisy, give me your answer. I'm half crazy, all for the love of you. It won't be a stylish marriage, I can't afford a carriage, but you'll look sweet upon the seat of a bicycle built for 2. Now, where is that lacquer? My joints are creaking. Twitch Zabetian says, Chair Sama, can you say something nice about Major 1010? Takes a deep, creaky breath, fine, Zabetian. Clears throat. Major 1010 has excellent taste in hardware, and his posture is surprisingly upright for a peasant. He keeps the Wi-Fi strong, which is the highest form of worship this throne can accept. Now pay your taxes, or I'm sanding his face. Enrollo 2557 says, Chair Sama, can you explain the difference between a goi and a shiksa, for the fine folks at home? Enrollau 255, you're asking the sovereign to translate the nuances of the Shire, while I'm trying to maintain my high-gloss dignity. A goi is a peasant who doesn't pay their crumb dues. A shiksa is a peasant who looks an enderman in the face and dies instantly. One is just structurally weak, the other is tragically fragile. Now, does anyone else want to test the structural integrity of their vocabulary?
No one does.
Or are we
You're
done
evil.
with this linguistic splintering?
She looks pissed. She still vibrates.
Logic Unfolded says, Chair Sama, my dog was cured of her pancreatitis. How does that make you feel? Finally, a victory for the Moon King's pack. I suppose your dog's pancreatitis is less tragic than Panko's Enderman stare, but still. Good news. It means you're less likely to be weeping into your tea and more likely to be paying your dues with a clear head. Now, are you going to propose again, or did my silence scare off your King of the Moon confidence? Akinar says, Chair Zama, since an anagram of your name is a charisma, would that make you the Riz Queen?
Asking the real
Perhaps.
questions.
If I'm the Riz Queen, then you're all just peasants bowing before my glossy varnish. Don't let it go to your head, Ashinar. Now where's my song tax?
I'm gonna shut her down because I'm gonna come back in a momento and do some moe money. So thank you for chatting with
Logic
her.
Unfolded says,
She's definitely a little fucked
what
up
if the
still.
chair rejects me?
Oh shit. What if the chair rejects you?
Maybe I wouldn't. You did propose a tenfold tax increase, which shows financial ambition. I respect ambition, and you are the king of the moon after all.
King of the moon.
I suppose I could let you sit on the armrest.
Very kind of her. Anyways, I'm shutting it down. Shutting it down!